Hello and welcome. Welcome back to Gon With The Wind, round 2. We had an original intro and we technical issues, so we're going to try again. This is the Rooflemonger and this is...
BABERUTHLESS.
There we go. And here we are with... See, last time I remembered what episode we are and I put the page down, so I don't know what episode we're on now. But we're here. We're Gon With The Wind, Hunter x Hunter, 2011 anime. We finished Greed Island last episode and we're starting with the Chimera Ant Arc. And it's different. I made a funny joke, and I can't remember what it was last time, because we're now doing a different recording. But basically, the storylines are very different. Boy goes on adventure. Boy meets weird mafia crime family. Boy goes on Ultima Online EverQuest World of Warcraft adventure. Boy meets weird insect genocide. It's going places.
Right. No, it's definitely going all over the place. And I know I mentioned this already to you, but a lot of people love this arc. I mean, there's a lot of crazy characters in it for sure. Some of which, like, you're like, oh, this is a jobber right here. But some of which are kind of interesting. So,
well, some of them look like jobber. Like, one thing already in these episodes is these characters look very fantastical and everyone's very unique. To the point of extreme confusion to me. Because the setting we're in is like in a weird like neo-Luddite country. Like these people refuse technology. And some of these creatures have human clothes. And I don't know if they're born with these clothes. Because like these clothes shouldn't exist with these Luddites.
that's true because like some of them are wearing like Speedos. And I'm like, wait,
There's
this is a
Thong
Speedo
Bunny.
Yeah.
And okay, some of these are very animalistic that we mentioned here in the last recording before it died. Something like one is just a purple stripper. Like there's no other, like she has like some organic boots, but they look like stripper boots. and one's a koala with a business suit. Was he born with the business suit? Because there's no business suits in weird Luddite country because they're all peasants.
That's a good point. That's a good point. It's not like they would have access to the city to buy a suit to wear. Also, I don't think they would have suits in that size.
Exactly. So it raises some questions. But yeah, so each arc very tonally different than the previous one, and they've definitely shifted gears big time again. And just for, you know, which the audience could get a little behind the scenes here, all the video stuff is now perfect now. So whatever you jigger around with, it works perfectly. There we go.
Okay.
So we won't need a round 3, folks. Just round 2. That's good enough for us.
Second time's a charm.
That's right. Now, before we get into it, and we're going to get into it because we are covering episode 76 through 82. So we're going to go a little spat here. I got some things to say, though. This is a little bit later than usual between episodes because I've been out and doing stuff. But before I get into my thing, we have Lord BABERUTHLESS. Have you been up to anything in particular since the last episode?
Nothing too crazy, honestly. So as you might know, based on the last few episodes, I've been getting a little more into magic. So because of that, because there's the new Avatar Magic collaboration coming out, I decided to do a rewatch of the entire original Avatar series. And I've just started watching for the first time Korra. I'm like 2 episodes in, so barely in, but I'd seen episodes of the original Avatar: The Last Bender here and there, but I'd never really sat down and watched it like from episode to episode so you could see like a cohesive narrative. And I mean, yeah, like I get the hype. Like I always liked the characters based on what I saw of them, but actually kind of like, especially the last book, the Book of Fire, not to get into spoilers, but I mean, that by far had the best narrative structure, the best fights. Like it was just overall like a really, really good experience. So it's one of the few things, as you've said, that from my childhood growing up that still exists and is relevant in the pop culture zeitgeist today. So it was just really good to do a rewatch of that, and I'm very
interested in seeing your opinion. You're on season 1 of Korra right now, and you're not done yet, so no spoilers, folks. But I think everyone loves all 3 seasons of the first Avatar. And everyone's very up and down on Korra. And everyone has different favorite seasons of Korra. So we'll see where you land up. we'll see where you land up. For me, my favorite season is season 2, which most people would say is the worst season of Korra. So we'll see. I like it. Just deals a lot with the water tribe because I am a water tribe kind of guy. And yeah, speaking of that magic, you a few days ago, you sent me this link, and I thought it was just like a meme. Like it's like Secret Lair, The Office, and they've been in like since the last episode we've gone through. I'm just typing the. I've seen like 3 or 4 episodes of The Office on TV randomly.
Okay.
Like I know who Dwight is.
Right. Yeah, he's iconic. He's part of pop culture at this point.
I know Jim. Oh, but yeah. Well, then this is the page actually. But they went crazy.
Oh yeah. They're just bringing anyone and everyone in at this point.
So we got actual effing Jaws. Like the Jaws.
Yeah,
Shark.
like the poster.
Yeah. And he's not like one of the like Panic on Amity Island is Descent into Avernus, so it's like a reprint with a different name. But Jaws is Jaws. He's his own unique card, right? And I don't know how far. And here's like the Dwight stuff. I know Dwight and Jim. And Pam. Because Jim and Pam, that was the thing, right?
Right.
That was what everyone was obsessed with.
Haven't really seen that much of The Office, but...
And there's like a Iron Maiden set.
Yeah, they're like, that Final Fantasy collab made us so much money. We just have to keep going. Like, they're never going back now.
Furbies.
Just like with fighting games, they're never.
There's no going back. Once you open the guest character door, just like fighting games learned all those years ago, there's no uncorking the bottle on that.
The Furby ones are going crazy too. Like, look at that one. He's got 3 eyes.
And like they're good. Like Tamio Safekeeping's a really good card. Like actually. And oh yeah, Hullbreaker Horror is a freaking Furby.
My God, I didn't scroll down this far. I just kind of like skimmed through
Umbra's
it. But
Fear
yeah,
Manifest.
those are like, woo. Yeah, those are like ultra.
That's another really good card, Furbies. Right?
That's crazy.
And they're not even. Because then my friend sent me a link. And I also thought it was fake. And it's also real. This is all in the same week. So they're doing PlayStation classics, right?
Right.
So Kratos, God of War. That's a really good card, by the way. That's actually a really good card.
He looks amazing.
And then, we also have Kratos, stoic father, who partners with Atreus, impulsive son.
Okay, I haven't played the Norse God of War.
They are amazing. Like, I do not know how to say this in a not misogynistic way, so please forgive me for saying this. But like, it's full of a lot of man feelings.
Okay.
Which I'm sure, as the human experience, you know what? I'm a 90s kind of guy. We don't say that no more because it hasn't been in the 90s in a long time. But when we used to say I'm a 90s kind of guy, it meant to say, oh, I have feelings and understand other people. Right? So I can understand other experiences, but like, it's like, he's got a shot early on, like this, like the first 2 hours of the game, right? The boy does something good, and he's like about to pat him on the back, but he's full of complicated dad feelings, and he doesn't know if like, he can't reach out and interact with it. So he's like, stops. Because he can't open up to his son.
He can't show the gushy feelings.
Yeah, because that's not exact. Because Kratos used to be this guy.
Right. No, I played the original games.
Yeah, which is a big part of the plot. Is like, hey, maybe I'm not a piece of shit anymore, but I used to be the biggest piece of shit. And maybe I don't deserve forgiveness, right? But the one that was linked to me, fuck Drake. Aloy! I'm obsessed with the Horizon games. And my friend sent me this, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, I've seen fake cards of all the characters I like all the time. And then like, wait, this is a real card? For real?
She looks really good.
Yeah. And like,
actually, funnily enough,
those games. I love Aloy because she's the only video game protagonist that knows she's in a video game. She understands she's as competent as the player. Like, so when people are like, oh, can you do this? It's like, yeah, I can do this. I fucking kick ass. I'm the best.
Okay. Interesting.
Like, it's a confidence you don't get in any other protagonist. It's like, I'm hot shit. I'm not overconfident about it. I'm not arrogant about it. I just know I'm the best fucking that there is.
So how would she compare to a character like Korra then? Because Korra's pretty confident.
Korra's confident because of arrogance, which will
Okay.
definitely come up later in the show.
Hmm.
Because she's literally the chosen one, right? She's
Right.
the Avatar. Aloy is a product of circumstance. The only chosen one thing about her is she happened to get like the Horizon equivalent of a cell phone when it's caveman times.
I see.
And that's the only thing about her that makes her special. Other than that, it's all earned. She wasn't born with anything, but she's just hyper confident, knows what she needs to do. And
Okay,
it's
good. Good for
interesting
her.
because one of the things she can do with the techno stuff is she can, because dinosaurs are robots, right? So she can like stab them in the head and like hack them and overtake them. And that's basically her ability. She works with artifact creatures.
Oh, that's really cool.
And artifact creatures, like the bigger artifact creatures will earn you stuff, right? So I just saw that like there's Ghost of Tsushima 2, Jin, new Ghost comes out like tomorrow or something like that.
Okay.
So like it's just so much. And they officially announced Star Trek, which leaked a while ago.
Right. We knew that one was coming.
So like, yeah, the guest characters are coming. And I know some people are not happy about it. Like they miss the old lore. And like I was around for the old lore. Like they're still making like new sets Lorwyn. Lorwyn's cool. Lorwyn's like dark fable tale, like fairy tales.
Okay. Seems to be kind of making a comeback, like the dark and edgy sort of storylines nowadays. Like it's like a cyclical thing, I feel like. And
Yeah,
I mean, especially
the edgelord phase never truly goes away, right? Like
that's fair. People always like a good edgy, angsty story.
Like I was looking recently at like sales figures for comics. You know much about Absolute Batman? Have you heard about Absolute Batman?
I think I've heard about him. Yeah.
So Absolute Batman. He's like 6'8". Just like fucking turbo jacked. And his bat on his chest is a battle axe.
Does he have a like shoulder armor, like spiky?
Yeah.
Shoulder
he's
armor?
like he's a bit edgelordy. He doesn't kill people necessarily, but he will like cut people's arms off. So it's a bit more than
okay. So he's not afraid to do some damage, right? Unlike maybe the more typical Batman portrayal.
Yeah, and like the world is just extra messed up.
Because
like Absolute Bane is like 11 feet tall. Like Absolute Batman's like 6'8", right? And he's like a dwarf compared to Absolute Bane. Here's Absolute Joker.
What? Yo, why does he look like that?
The running meme now is like this is like a universe designed to punish Batman for being Batman. It's like, what are you doing? Go home. This is not in your league.
Wait, so how did the Joker? Is he even human? How did he become?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
Technically, this is a world made by Darkseid.
Okay, got it.
So, like Killer Croc, who's like a Z tier villain, right? Absolute Killer Croc is.
Oh my god! Yeah,
he's also like
Batman, just
30
home,
feet.
Dude.
He's like 12 feet tall, 30 feet long. Like his whole mouth can open up and just eat a human whole.
Yeah,
but I was looking at the sales numbers. Like I said, the edgelord stuff. Like Absolute Batman's outselling. Well, it's the #1 selling comic in the world as far as I know right now, and it's like outselling most manga. But yeah, so edgelord stuff, it comes and goes. But it's always gonna be in flavor in some way, right?
Oh, that's totally fair. I mean, I like the edgelord stuff myself. I can't really say I don't appreciate a good story like that. Like I mentioned, like.
Well, this is the edgelord arc for Hunter x Hunter. This is like the edgelord arc for sure.
Yes,
because like they pulled the thing and like, oh, are you gonna show how hardcore you are by killing these kids? And it's like, yeah, no, but we're that hardcore now. You don't get it. We'll kill. I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. I've seen it. And like, no, you don't understand. We're gonna fucking kill him. We're gonna give him half an episode just to kill him. Like, no, I get it, but like no, you don't get it. Trust us.
Yeah, and then you learn. I mean, we'll get into it, but then you learn that kid is also
he became Weird Beak
now,
Man.
So
I'm sure he has a name. I already forget it. I just called him Beaky.
Oh, his name is okay. So most of the characters. Okay, I was gonna ask you this, like, what you think each of these characters' names are, because I know neither of us, quite frankly, are remembering all these characters' names. Some of the important characters, like I remember their name, or like they're really obvious, like the koala's named Koala, and I think the penguins named Pengy or something like that.
The only one I
But
can
yeah,
vaguely remember
curious your names.
is the stripper monster. Because
Yeah,
her name's like
Zaza.
Zaz or something like that. Because they say it like 14
Yeah.
times in one episode.
Yeah. And
Because her
then
crew's like Renegade.
the beaky guy, his name is Colt, which is like a pretty normal
Maybe
name.
like this time next episode I'll have a better grasp on their names. But yeah, for now he's
fair.
Beaky. But yeah, so you're getting caught up on Korra, and we're like I said, like I just built this and sleeved this the other day. Lae'zel, Master Chef.
I know, you were showing me that.
+1/+1 counter deck. Ooh, I got the fancy bright glass gear Hulk. Look at that.
For a moment, I thought that was Exodia. I was like, wow, Yu-Gi-Oh! They're doing
Not
a
yet,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
not yet.
collab.
But yeah, so we're both in our magic phase, it would seem. And is there anything else going on?
No, besides collecting magic cards, that's pretty much it for now. Next episode, I might be going on a little bit of a family vacation. So I might be, hopefully, assuming the internet is okay, I might be recording from a new location as well. So that'll be something different. But other than that, yeah, just enjoying Magic and Korra. And you know, it's funny, I've mostly just been collecting the cards so far for Magic. So I'm actually looking forward to playing the game.
It's fun. It's fun. Like
but
today actually is Elite Commander Day where I live, but when we're here because I got to work because I've been putting out a lot of videos lately. And but I like it because to me, how we play, it's not necessarily about who wins or loses. Like we have a few people like that, and then I just bust out the more serious decks and I target them, and then they get mad. But like when you build dumb decks, you can create interesting stories in a game. So to me, it's like the more nerdy version, just hanging out with your friends and playing poker. Like, not about winning or lose, just shoot the shit, hang out with your friends, right?
Yeah, no, it's just a good excuse to hang out with people you like, collect some cool cards, and nerd out a little bit. So exactly. I appreciate the culture around it. But like I said, I think maybe last episode, I've just been so busy like with other hobbies and watching other stuff that it's I have not really touched 2XKO, so, but I know you've been making quite a few videos.
Yeah, well then, yeah, so you might be going on a trip soon, and I'm trying to find one card, because I have a very rare card I'm proud of, but I can't find it right now because it's not in this pile. It's Lady Zhu Rong, who's my favorite. This sickness was there before all this guest shit, because Portal 3 Kingdoms was the first guest set a million years ago. They wanted to sell to China. And 3 Kingdoms, obviously a famous historical era, right?
Right.
And in the Dynasty Warriors games, Lady Zhu Rong is my favorite character in those games. And so she had a card, and that card is now worth like many hundreds of dollars. Because it's super rare. And it's like not even a good card, but it has old weird rules only for 3 Kingdoms.
I see. So it's rare.
Yeah. It has horsemanship. A creature with horsemanship can only be blocked by another creature with horsemanship. It's the only set that rule exists. No one else has a card
with horsemanship, right?
So it means effectively unblockable. Unless you're in my weird friend group, because we all love Dynasty Warriors, so we all had 3 Kingdoms decks back in the day. So we could actually block each other's guys.
Okay, but are there any, like, for example, like, instance where you could block the effect of a card or something like that, and then that would work against it? Especially
in blue and red, there's definitely a lot of cards that, like, can mess with the text or, like, redirect effects or even blank effects. Like, here, I did pass it here. Because I think this card punches above weight.
You guys print out your own cards where you're like,
we used to when we were kids. Cards? When we were kids, we did.
Okay.
From the Spider-Man set, the lizard.
Oh, yeah, okay. I have that one too.
So when he comes into play, he just turns another person into a lizard. And it blanks their text. So whatever it said before, we went bad out of focus.
Your camera
whatever it said before, it's gone. Which can be even stronger than maybe even outright killing the character. Because if you kill them, they can go into the graveyard, they can come back.
Right.
Versus if they're blank, they're just a big lizard now. I don't care. You can be as big as you want. If you don't got no words under your box, like good. Now you're not a problem.
Right. You're basically a non-entity.
I think it's an insanely strong effect.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think the one thing that has always been, I say like I've been playing it a long time. The one thing that's been difficult for me to learn is just that there are like magic games can quickly get very complicated, and so like there are so many different effects that are piling on top of each other that I'm like, okay, I have to do this, like I have to tap this, but then I have to do this, and then I can finally apply this effect, and then it's just
I just lost you for a
there's
second here.
so much
But-
going on.
But I saw the desktop audio thing there, so it was recording you. So I lost you, but yeah, I guess it is actually getting through. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. No,
We've had this
I
tech
think I
problem
mentioned
before,
that.
and you said that like when people watch it, they can still hear you. I couldn't hear you for a second, but the graphs are still going up. So that
Yeah. So
it works.
I don't know. We're running into all sorts of technical issues on
Yes.
this podcast, apparently.
But yeah, but Magic can get very complicated, especially if you have certain people who build decks to make the game overly complicated. That means I usually target you to kill you. So I just build decks. My guy gets really big. Punch, punch. Like that's the way I like. I like that ever since I was a kid. I like a big guy who just swings. Like I ain't
Part
here
of
to
the brand
be
at this
complex. Like look at this guy. It's a big old dinosaur. When I'm blocking here. Oh wow, it's
cannot read
backwards I
that
think, but it's a 12-12.
It's
Whoa.
12. Wow, that's really
'Cause
strong.
he's a big dinosaur. And he's a
How
big
much
dumb
mana
dinosaur, and that's
does
all he
that
needs to
take?
do. He just runs over people. And that triggers the part of my brain where it's like, isn't this really fucking big? Yeah.
You're like a simple creature, like big monster goes big smash.
Exactly. It's the wrestling part of my brain. And actually, speaking of that, so I had some trips. You got one coming up. I came back from two. So one, I was at AEW All Out in Toronto last week, and that was excellent. I had a lot of fun. One thing that's very hard to tell when you're there in person at any event, doesn't really matter. You had fun, but like, how was it looked at in a vacuum, right? And I go online and people are like, oh, it was the show of the year. And like, oh shit, okay, so like, actually good. It had a very special CanCon moment, which if you don't know the term, and you shouldn't.
I do not. My
it stands
eyebrows
for
raised
Canadian
'cause
content.
It sounded like an interesting name.
So at the beginning, they opened the show, and they had the wrestlers Edge and Christian, or Adam Copeland, because he has to use his real name now. And they met Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, your favorite Canadian show.
Yes. And the arena exploded like nothing I've ever heard in my life. This is like 25,000 Canadians, like a nuclear bomb just went off. And I saw on Twitter later, like people like are like, I know Trailer Park Boys has made it to the States to some degree, but some people are like, who's this guy? And why did everyone just go nuts? And it went double nuts because Bubbles has a wrestling persona in the show.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that is pretty cool. I've never seen the show, but like
he's the green
fact
bastard.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So he had two appearances, and it was lovely.
Oh.
And then
That's really
Jurassic
cool.
Express came back. So when AW was brand new, it's a simple story of a boy and his dinosaur. The boy is Jack Perry, who
Okay, I was gonna be
you
like,
may
how
know.
old is the boy?
Well, he's a man now, but
Oh,
he was like
used to be
18 or 19 when he started. So
Okay.
Jack Perry is Luke Perry's son, as in famous Hollywood Luke Perry of 90210 fame and movies. So he didn't need to do he's made. He got the money. He don't need wrestling, right? Did it for the love of
He
it.
could have gone into acting too. That would have been an easy transition.
Yeah. And Luchasaurus is a big guy with very shot knees. So they basically give him a gimmick of like, you can just lumber around and you're a wrestling dinosaur. And they just put them together and it was just fun. Like, it's fun, had good matches. AW being weird in the AW way. They had Tarzan Boy, the song, which I cannot play because I'll definitely get this video copyright striked. But you probably know whoa, 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 whoa. If you Google Tarzan Boy, you listen to not my shitty impression, you'll get it in 2 seconds, right?
I was gonna say I did not recognize that.
No. Like I can't even play because you can't hear my audio, so it doesn't matter. But if you type it in, you'll hear it. But anyways, they're like, oh, well, have this for the song for their group, right? And AEW didn't just license it; The guy who runs AEW is like, you know what? I'll just buy it. It's my song now.
Okay.
And so they were been separated. Oh, it's super bright. They've been separated in wrestling for years.
Mm-hmm.
And they finally did the thing like they're both in the same ring. He clears his side of the ring. The other guy clears his side of the ring. And they kind of look at each other and haven't really been with each other in years. They do the big hug. And the whole arena exploded. And they start playing the Tarzan Boy music again. And 25,000 people are going like this. And even my jaded heart, I started singing along too and waving along too. I had fun.
Oh, nah. That sounds like an amazing moment. Like, honestly, it sounds very sweet.
Yeah, it was great. The only thing that ruined the show, I say this in the most loving terms, I was with my friends, and one of them is a mark. The most disgusting thing you can be. So see, Mark.
His name is Mark?
We say this in a very derogatory term. Because it's meant to be it's not, there's nothing positive about it. So when you're called a mark, the idea is what you are, when you're a mark, you know what you are? The worst thing you could be? You're a fan who enjoys wrestling.
Oh, so you like
That's literally what it means.
Technical part of wrestling.
No, you're a wrestling fan. That's what mark means.
Okay. Are you not?
And it's meant to be a derogatory term. It is used as a slur. Some wrestlers, it's their equivalent. They'll use it against the fans as like their version of the N-word. Unironically. Like straight up. It's an actual slur. Fucking marks. The only thing worse than the marks in the crowd is the marks in the back. And like, it's literally just means you're a fan of wrestling. And that's one of wrestling's most derogatory terms.
Dang.
Which says a lot about wrestling, basically, right?
They're like, if you like this.
If you enjoy this too much, you're a mark. And one of the worst things a wrestler could be is be a mark for himself. Because if you're a mark for yourself, that ain't no good. But anyways, I mean that like a loving, like, because he's just there, he's cheering, he's clapping, he's standing up, he's the first one to stand up, he's trying to start chants and stuff, and we're just like, look at this mark. It's just, wrestling's so stupid. But anyways, lovely show, had a lot of great times. Toronto was fun. So 4 hours to Toronto, watched the show, stayed overnight because it was too late to get the train. Next morning, come another 4 hours back home. Next day, another 4 hours back to Toronto to get on the 7 hours of flights. Usually it's 6 hours of flight. It was 7 this time. Go to California. Stayed there a few days to work. Come back. 4 hour flight, connecting flight. Next flight's delayed 3 hours. So when I get back to Toronto, I miss my train back home. Stay in Toronto overnight. Then 4 hours back home.
Holy crap, you had quite an adventure.
Yeah, so that was the whole thing. So I was at Sega headquarters in California. California is one of the 50 states if you've never heard of it. And we did some Sega stuff. I went under, I'm not going to say false pretenses because the wording was 100% correct. I went under the understanding that I was to be playing the new Virtua Fighter, as it was going to be at the Tokyo Game Show. And if you've been following like the channel, like, yo, that presentation didn't turn out so good. That was a shit show. But I was told like, oh, hey, come here, play some Sonic Racing and unannounced title. And I'm like, wait a second, new Virtua Fighter. It's like announced, but it doesn't have a name yet, right? So I'm like, oh, shit. Like that's what they gotta be saying. And like, I'm like, well, just make sure you know I'm fighting a YouTuber. I want to be playing the new Virtua Fighter. It's like, don't worry, you'll be playing the new Virtua Fighter. So I get there, and they put me in front of World Stage, like the newest version of Virtua Fighter 5, the 20-year-old game.
I mean, they weren't wrong.
It's the new Virtua Fighter. And they were really excited for me to play Yakuza Kiwami 3, which I did. And, you know, I like it. I like the Yakuza games a lot. But yeah, so I had a good trip. I had a fun trip. They're very lovely people. I just thought I was going for something else, to be honest with you. Which is kind of the whole reason I went. But like I said, I had fun. Great people. Good times. But I really wish I played the new Virtua Fighter. especially after like
Yeah.
24 hours of travel combined there and back.
Right. Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, considering the amount of time it took you to get there and then, like fly pretty much immediately back. I mean, that's a
To be
huge
fair on
amount of
them, because I've had bad trips where like I do the whole like minimum California 4-hour train ride Toronto. It's always a 6-hour flight unless they have connecting flights and it's even more, right? So minimum 10 hours to get there with 0 delays or layovers or whatever. Minimum 10 hours.
Mhm.
And I've made that trip to California for like one time. I won't say who, but like I was promised an hour, and even then, an hour, I'm like, not a lot, but
Mhm.
and then I get it. I don't even get that. I get 20 minutes. But to be fair to Sega, they gave me a lot of time. I played the Sega Racing, new Sonic Racing. I played like an hour and a half of Kiwami 3 by itself. Played a bunch of World Stage. And when my session was done, they're like, you know what? If you need more time, you can have more time. And normally in a vacuum, sure, I would take all day, honestly. But that's also the day the Viper trailer came out. So I also had to run the hotel to get the Viper trailer stuff done. Because I'm in California and my upload is like 5 megabits and like it's death. Like
Right.
normally
It's
this video
not
would be in
coming.
4K instead of like bad bitrate 1080p. And it still took like 5 hours upload on bad bitrate 1080p.
My God. Well,
That's the most frustrating thing about it,
hopefully-
actually. It's just, okay, the video's done, I'm in the hotel, and it's like, upload complete in 5 hours. And like, I can't do anything. Like,
Right.
that's actually the most frustrating thing. That's why I told you, next Evo, I'll pay whatever money it takes. I don't care. I need a hotel that has good internet.
Oh, in Japan, you're not going to find an issue with that. Most hotels have actually very fast internet. Even just like the random.
We might go to
hotels that
Japan at some point. We'll figure that one out. Now with Capcom Cup being the debacle that it is, I don't know if I'm going to be going to no Capcom Cup.
I mean, so this year Evo Japan is actually like last year. I think it was like on the tail end of Golden Week, and so like I ended up going to Evo Japan last year just because there was only a little bit of overlap there. But this year Evo Japan is actually like smack dab in the middle of Golden Week, so I'm not planning on going to Japan during that time because it is crazy trying to get anywhere in that time frame. It's legitimately like terrible time to visit Japan. Highly do not recommend
that's
that.
the one thing is most of my opportunities for work would definitely be if it's Evo Japan.
Right.
So I'll go there eventually, but the whole plan is I'm going to show up like a week early so I can do the stuff I want to do.
Right.
I'll go see a sumo match or something. I'll go to Japan Monkey Center to see my hero Mopkun, who I do not think I've shown publicly on the podcast.
He is all of the monkeys you show me, I'm just like, sometimes I'm like, what are these real life animals? Do they actually exist in real life? He's so cute though.
Mopkun has his own journal. You can buy. I will buy the Mopkun journal if I can go there.
Oh yeah, Japan is great, but I might.
Basically, I don't know. I love these because I used to breed pugs with my family, or pug breeding family, and this looks like if a monkey was a pug.
Yeah, the little squished up face, the really small kind of, not wrinkly, but like, the nose kind of has like a certain
It's like the
shape
coloring's
to it.
reversed.
Oh, that's a good comparison, actually. Look at the little hands.
Yeah, they got very like weird little hands. They got.
Yeah, kind of like.
Look at that face. Like that's a pug face to me.
Those eyes are so human. Oh, he's got a little like mustache going on.
Yeah, they have little
too.
mustaches too.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, I love the guy.
But yeah, like and feel free. Like I've been to Japan quite a few times, so if you want any recommendations, I've got a bunch. But yeah, it's not a great time to go. I might go around the time of Capcom Cup, I guess, to see it in person. But yeah, with the whole pay for view thing.
Yeah, that is. The only thing is, I know they know it's a bad PR move, and I know they don't care.
Yeah.
This is a money grab from Capcom because they know they can get the Japanese audience to pay.
Yeah, 100%. And anyone else that's in a region like that, probably the conversion from like Japanese yen to whatever the local currency is like ridiculously expensive.
Well, it's like $40 American, right?
Yeah, it's 40 American. So
So, like,
imagine doing
how is that
that
going
in
to be in
somewhere
South
else.
America?
I
That's going to be
don't
death.
know. It's gonna be terrible. Like I was just thinking, like, yeah, somewhere like Chile or Peru, like that's so much money.
Like, that's going to be like $55 for me, Canadian. And
Which is
like,
already a lot.
I can get an AEW pay-per-view for cheaper than that. Like,
Right.
and I don't got to watch throw loops for 8 hours. You know, like,
Like, I feel like, okay, so for me personally, right, taking out like other regions out of the equation, like for my own personal experience, I would be okay with paying more or paying, I suppose, not paying more, paying to see it if there was some sort of added value, like let's say like the production quality is increased
yeah,
or you have less ads, right?
absolutely. And
Because
they're
you're
not going to
now
be less
paying for
ads.
it. And no,
It's
absolutely
going to
not.
be the same show it was last year.
Exactly. Except now they're just adding a like a paywall on top of it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
And
whatever.
like, it's like other things, like if they said specifically, we're going to put half of this into the prize pool or something, right?
Right.
Or I wish we did what like the Street Fighter 5 did, Mortal Kombat X said, like, hey, here's the
Mhm.
tournament skin. Buy the tournament skin, goes into the prize pool.
Right. Support.
Yeah. And none of that's happening. So, like, the show's not going to be any different. I
Nope.
can't cover it because
Yeah.
Street Fighter Japan is its own YouTube entity, and Street Fighter
Mhm.
League has given me a channel killing copyright strike before because
Mm.
they showed right before Street Fighter 6 came out, they showed like a Marissa trailer. It was like the
Mhm.
first like actual match of Marissa. So I do the thing I do. I'm like,
Mhm.
well, let's break it down, right? And then
Right.
I had a channel killing copyright strike put on my channel. And that was
Jeez.
bad,
All
right?
right.
And so
Yeah.
anyone who shows that footage of Capcom Cup, they're going to do the same thing. And God forbid they have like an announcement or something that's like newsworthy. They're gonna fucking strike your channel. I've been through it already, right? This is the same
Mhm.
group. All
Yeah.
I can say is,
Well.
since its inception, I have never missed a Capcom Cup ever.
Mhm.
I'm not watching this. I'm not paying them. Like I'm not giving them money.
Okay.
So
I think that's totally fair.
that's where I'm at.
Yeah. But on that note, shall we get into the podcast?
Yeah, we'll get into the podcast. We'll get into the podcast. All right. So now the podcast part of the podcast. So we are on episode 76. We cleared up the Greed Island arc, and now we're on a new adventure
Mhm.
of the Chimera Ants. And I got my notes here. And first thing before anything, we got a new
Mhm.
intro.
We do.
Yes. And I just got some quick notes like, oh, it's Kite from the video game. Oh, it's Cell. I know his name's not Cell, but it's going to be Cell till...
It's gonna take a little bit, but you'll
Yeah.
meet him.
I also got written down here, Buren Yu, because we have Neko Arc in there as well.
Yep. She is in there. Gonna be a little bit till you meet her as well.
But yeah, so new intro, just like, to me, always like, okay, now stuff's real, because like, forget the past, we're in a whole new thing,
Mhm.
right? And
Remind
episode
me
76
again,
opens
sorry,
with a banger. Oh, sorry?
do they show his dad in the intro for this arc at all, or no?
They did
I
for the
think in
last
the
arc. I remember he was in the
yeah, the
intro.
last one.
I can't recall if he
Okay.
was... I didn't have it in my notes anyways.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I was just wondering because I was like, oh, was he in this intro? I don't remember.
He definitely was for last
Anyway.
one, but...
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, it starts off big because they just got teleported because they used the... not recall.
The company?
A company, yeah, they use a company. And they get teleported to, so who could it be? Could it be his dad? And like, no, it's not his dad. It's Kite. Like,
Yes.
even before that, like, I could tell it's like obviously not his dad, right? But
yeah,
at
we
the
still
very
got, like,
beginning,
100 more episodes.
what
Mhm.
happens? Killua gets anted. The Chimera Ants strike immediately.
What a verb.
And I was a little surprised because, like, I didn't know what, because, like, I've seen the pictures, like, you know, Miruim, I think his name, like Cell Dude,
Mhm.
right?
Yes. that's
So,
his
like, I
name.
figured the
Mhm.
Chimera Ants was like a figurative title. And then we open up with like, no, these are literal effing ants. Like,
Yeah.
they just have like an ant colony.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
they try to like
looking
bite
at them,
Killua.
looking at them now with like how goofy they look, it's like you wouldn't think that these guys are ants. You would just think that they're random monsters. Like honestly, someone's like OC or something like that. But yeah, I mean,
A lot of these
technically
guys
they're-
have like, this is my OC vibe for sure.
yes, for sure.
But yeah, so they meet Kite, and then it's like, oh, wait a second. It's like the fucking Final Fantasy. I'm choking because it's so bad. The Final Fantasy VIII plot twist. I knew you. We knew each other when we were kids. Because Gon knew Kite when he was a babby.
Yeah, actually, in the manga, if you read the manga, which I haven't read that much of it, honestly, but if you read it in the first chapter, actually, like that's that little scene with like the whatever, like the bear or whatever, where he is being attacked by the mama bear, like that happened in the manga, like on the very first chapter.
Okay.
So for here, for what reason they decided to do it as a flashback, I guess to save on animation, but originally you actually do meet Kite, and so you recognize him as you're moving to the Chimera Ant Arc, and so there's a little bit more continuity there. But
Okay, fair
here
enough,
they're just like, whatever, he's here.
But yeah, so Kite then kind of knows who Gon is because of that. And then they have a flashback for Kite when he met Gon's father. And I wrote here, Dog Island arc begins. Because there's just hell of dogs everywhere. Because they have like a ninja dog. Like the dog steals some bread for Kite. And he's like doing like flips and shit off buildings to like avoid people taking the bread back.
Yeah, he's
and
got his
Ging,
own pack. There's a horse,
yeah, I
too.
just remembered. Oh, sorry. I just remembered Kite's name is the name we can't say.
To be fair, in the anime, they do pronounce it differently.
They pronounce it in the way is not legally actionable. Because I know they had to say it that way. Because I know whoever's like in charge of like the dub is like reading the text and like, oh my fucking god, what?
like this Japanese man did not know what he was doing when he wrote this.
And yeah, but anyway, so Kite meets Ging and they're kind of like, oh, well, you're sort of cool. And I guess if you ever, since you met my kid and you let the animals like beat the shit out of him, then you beat the shit out of him, then you're cool. Like, as long as my kid suffers, I like you, is basically like his logic.
I honestly like have. I mean, is that how male friendships work? I don't know.
You know what? Like, there's part of that in a male friendship, but not usually when it's like talking about your children.
Okay,
you can be rough on each other.
Yeah, but like, grown man beating up a little child seems.
You know, like weird. Me and my cousin hang out. We can have a grand old time, like giving each other crap, right? But then if I were to randomly beat the crap out of his kid, I don't think we find that as funny. You know?
Yeah,
no, that's like, fair. Man, and you're my blood brother now for watching my son suffer.
And you know, for someone who's like been running well, he's like trying to avoid, like, you know, we've seen little glimpses of this, like where he was like, oh, if he brings another person with this accompanying card, I don't want to meet him.
Yeah, so like, just to mention that then, because I've already mentioned, I do not like Gon's father at all. I don't find anything redeeming about him. And on top of that, they do this where he's an asshole and a coward.
Yeah.
So he's like talking to game lady. Can't remember her name, but like, it's like, okay, when I expect Gon, if he wins, he's going to use a company to come to me, right? So he says specifically, he's like, if he comes to me by himself, bring him to me. But if he comes with a friend, send him out. I don't want to see him.
Right. Send him to Kite. That's what it said.
And then, like, even the computer lady's like, are you sure? It's kind of messed up. And he's like being weird and embarrassed about it because he's like, he knows he's a bad father. Like, at least he has like some concept of shame, I guess. But like, what a piece of crap.
Yeah, I remember there was a line where Gon is basically like, oh yeah, Jean arranged for all of these encounters on Greed Island to happen so that it's like a training ground for me and my friends, and so we could learn to get better. I'm like, dude, I don't think your dad has thought about you or what. I mean, like, obviously he has, right? Because he gave him the ring or whatever. But I don't really think your dad gives two shits about you.
He set like a little bit in motion like a million years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's not thought about him one day since.
Yeah.
And this isn't even like a... I saw some people trying to compare it to like online. It's like a Piccolo Gohan thing.
Oh, it's definitely not that.
Like the tough love started there, sure. But Piccolo is also Goku's mortal enemy, not a father figure to Gohan. Like, and they're doing this for like the survival of the human race.
Right.
Right. So like the stakes are like, it's not his blood father, you know, like,
right. Who's literally just like, I'm selfish. I want to chase my dreams. I'm going to go do whatever the hell I
I want
want.
to
Bye,
ride
kid.
dragons on my big tree.
Yeah. Dragons on top of another dragon.
Yeah. I don't need a
No,
kid
it's
cramping
not
my
the same
style.
situation.
Like it's giant divorced dad vibes, basically.
Yeah. You do learn though that he's very impressive, quote unquote. He's like a triple star hunter, which
Yeah,
they
he's
did
like the best it's
mention.
ever been or whatever, sure,
Yeah.
but like it doesn't make up for your moral failings.
Yeah, no, he's kind of a piece of shit. And I don't think you're supposed to like him either.
No, but
So
like
I think
the fact it drives me nuts because Gon's like, yeah, my dad's so cool. Can't wait till I have
can't do
kids and
anything
abandon them
wrong.
myself, you know, like
Right.
that's if Gon was like after him as like a revenge quest, I'd find that a million times more compelling. Like I'm here to beat the fuck out of my deadbeat dad.
Right. I'm here to track him down and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, and then
for
I'd be all the
abandoning
way
me.
in versus like Gon's like, man, this guy's so sick. Can't wait
He's
for him
so
to not
cool. I
talk
wanna
to
be
me and not love me.
right. I want to be just like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, so that's mostly the episode. In between this, there's like interstitial cuts of Big Ant Lady. And she's like, I need more food. I'm so hungry. I'm the queen of the ants. They keep cutting in between that every now and then.
I think, what do you think of her voice? Is that what you're expecting, or?
The dub is very He-Man, G.I. Joe 80s kind of voice for a villain. Where it's like one step away from like, shmear, like, or at least like a lady equivalent of it.
Right.
Yeah. But then again, like, it's a weird bug freak. Like, I don't know what you want out of that for voice, I guess. Like, it's appropriate enough.
Okay.
Like, I never watched it, but like, I know everyone goes crazy for like, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but Frerien?
Free run. Yeah, free run.
And she has like super deep lady voice and everyone loves that, right? So I don't know if you need like a deep, sexy voice on your weird bug or something.
I don't think it's like a sexy voice. It's more like a like a grandma, like a raspy.
Well, I don't know that I saw the one go across Twitter a lot, where she tells that woman to kill herself. Like this like demon lady is like, kill yourself, and everyone's like,
oh yeah.
It's like that's the sexiest voice I've ever heard. Like,
I mean, Free Run is a very good show. I've seen, I think the first season. Yeah.
It definitely sounds like something I like. High fantasy stuff. It's high fantasy, so I probably would enjoy it. I got to get around to it eventually. Hopefully, it gets a fighting game before Naruto does.
I would gladly play a free run fighting game. I think that would actually be really interesting.
I do not know the first thing other than all these really bad Twitter arguments about like something with demons and like.
Oh no, you got into like
the
weird part of Twitter where people tried to make it like a political thing.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm okay with demons being bad guys. Like yeah, like I'm okay. Let's kill some fucking demons. Like if they're bad guys, let's fucking kill them. It's fantasy.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone was meant. I don't know.
You're reading too deep into it when you're getting to the certain points of the arguments.
It is a good show though. Like that aside, like I do think it is a very good show. So I actually do highly recommend it. And I did put Chainsaw Man on, which I don't know if this came up in the podcast or not, but I did put Chainsaw Man on my to read list for like when I'm on the plane. So
yes, once again, we've talked a bunch about Chainsaw Man both on and off the podcast. It's excellent. It just starts a little boner comedy in a way I do not like, but it earns its way past it.
Okay.
It earns its way past it versus like Dan to Dan. That drove me off too fast. Like I checked out too quick, and I know people love it, but to my understanding, Dan to Dan's like still mostly like boner comedy stuff, anyways.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's not wrong. Like if you want it, you want it. But like Chainsaw Man goes places.
Okay. No, that's fair. I think Dan mostly stays like very humorous based on what I've seen of it so far, which I just started like the second season. So, but yeah, I will agree the first episode, actually I did not like the first episode of Dan, but then I kind of kept watching
Because
and
like
like the
for me,
goofy shenanigans pulled me
my
in.
perspective is I've been in these mines a long time, the
Hmm.
Japanimation mines. Like I've seen this before, and like it works. They keep doing it, but after a while, I'm just a nerd to it. It don't mean nothing to me anymore. I don't
Hmm.
get nothing out of it anymore, right?
Okay,
Like,
that's fair.
so when Chainsaw Man did it, I was like, I was close to checking out almost right away too. I stuck with
Hmm.
it a little longer, and then I'm glad I did because then Chainsaw Man turned like this weird Lovecraftian stuff
Hmm.
that is very difficult to get right. It's copied often. God knows there's
Hmm.
so much bad Lovecraft wannabes out there.
I just know that like when I've seen people cosplay from Chainsaw Man online, it's just like always a bunch of like girls stepping on Tenchi. That's my main takeaway.
That's
So,
yeah. But then that's the thing. It started as the boner comedy stuff, but then once again it earns it because then the arc is he's literally abused by women, and like he doesn't understand it. But like it's like it's a tragic thing. It's not after a while it stops being boner comedy. And it's actually like a severe character flaw, and he doesn't
ah,
appreciate what's happening. And that women
okay.
can
So,
abuse him, and he'll just accept it because he's looking for anyone to love him.
oh,
Yeah.
poor guy. I was gonna say like is it one of those things where like he's enjoying it, but
No, he's not. He's not. He's not. But
right,
he's so broken that he'll take any human contact over none.
right. He thinks that's
And
what love
Pochita,
is.
lovely little Pochita.
So cute.
Yeah. I like my little anime dog.
Oh my god, and Korra and like Avatar just seeing dude the red panda ferret in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Korra is so cute. I'm like, I just want a plushie of that. It's adorable.
I'm sure you can probably find it. Like Nickelodeon does their merchandise.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
so
for sure.
we've diverged a little bit because that's basically the episode. Not much happens in 77
Yeah.
other
A lot
than
of setup.
setting up shop. Like we're in a
Mhm.
new part of they teleport to a new continent entirely, which that will matter shortly.
Mhm.
They set up Chimera ants are like a pest. They're quarantined because they can't
Right.
escape because they're deadly for reasons which we'll go on later.
Right. They're a well-known threat or
Yeah,
whatever.
and there's a weird queen ant which is up to no good.
Mhm.
And then we go to episode 78, Very Rapid Reproduction, which accurate title. You can take that one.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I would say this episode is also just a lot of setup. I think once things in later episodes start going, it really starts moving, I think, quite quickly,
Oh wait,
especially
wait,
with the
sorry, my bad,
introduction
my
of.
bad. We're on
Mhm.
episode 77, Unease and Sighting. I accidentally skipped ahead.
Oh, yeah, yeah, no, I was gonna actually, my notes say 77, so
Yeah,
I was gonna talk about 77.
yeah. Sorry, I was just on the wrong thing. Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, oh, what was I saying? But yeah, like I feel like later on it does definitely pick up, especially with like the rapid introduction of characters, and
Yes, we get
it's
a lot of
another.
new characters, some returning
Mhm.
characters as well.
Yes. For sure, which we will learn a little bit about in this episode. So you learn a little bit more about Kite, how he's I forget the exact name, but he's like a specific hunter that's looking for rare creatures or something like that. And he does a bunch of like biological
Yeah,
surveys
they're
and
like
discovers
him and
species and
the
things like that.
crew because they introduced a zoo crew, right? They're like traveling biologists slash geologists.
Yeah, and not I think Kite is the only official hunter in their like
Yeah, and
immediate
everyone else
group,
is
but
like
then.
they're skilled, but they're not necessarily hunters.
Right, exactly. So like there are multiple teammates and they're kind of not that important of characters, but basically they come in, they learn that Gon is Jean's son, and they're all like, "Ooh, oh my god, this is so cool. Can't believe you're Jean's son." And then like Gon's like, like, "Yeah, I am. Whoa, I'm so glad you recognize me."
Yeah, they're like so
Um
they do that. Then they're like, oh wait a second,
mhm,
Killua, you're a Zoldyck, and like wait, of like the assassin Zoldycks, and it's like yeah, no
mhm,
bigs, and like oh shit, we don't want to be
right.
around you.
Kind of like a like an like it's like they have those little moments where they fight up against the jobber to show how important and impressive these characters are. It's like one of those little moments,
Yeah, I do want to
essentially.
call out
Mhm.
Monta, I think his name is. Because I now have a second character I'm really down with, even though he doesn't matter, because he's basically me.
Oh yeah, he's like goofy looking.
Like I now have a goal to look like when I'm in my 60s.
I don't know what's going on right here, but I like the rest of his look.
He's a bear man. Just the hair.
He
I don't
already
know,
has
but
ears.
there's not lots of sideburn representation in general, especially in anime.
That's
like
fair.
actually 80s, 70s, and 80s anime. Yes,
Mhm.
because sideburns used to be like the heroic trait,
Mhm.
and then that faded out.
Yeah.
So it just seemed big dude with big sideburns. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they all look pretty goofy, honestly. There's a
And there's a guy who's
guy.
like last name's like Dinner or something. Like
Yes,
I fucking
Dinner.
hate
He's
him.
got
He
an
sucks
afro.
so bad. Talks like an asshole. Like
Yeah, well, luckily he's not a guy that's really gonna stick around for long.
yeah, I know, but I just saw him
So
like I was like won over by a big sideburn dude,
Mhm.
and then I was immediately lost by that guy. Oh, I do
Yeah,
want to mention
there's
here
Mhm.
because they talk about like the they mentioned something like an animal they were tracking, a camp tiger. It's like a unicorn tiger that cooks meat.
Yeah, it cooks its food using like sticks or something, and it spears it. It's so goofy, like
Yeah,
such a
I was
random.
right here like it's a Pokemon ass world. But
Yeah.
they do something that's like they have their phones out. I'm like, I just note these are inferior non-beetle phones.
That's right.
I don't know
Now
if
that
we're
we
ever
know
going to
what's
see the
out
beetle
there,
phone ever
check 'em out.
again, but
I don't remember actually, but
because
I
they went right from
agree.
Greed Island to there, right? So
Yeah, that's true. They should still have the beetle phone on them. Well, anyways, so you're meeting like this like goofy cast of characters. There's like a girl who's wearing like a yellow newsboy hat or something like that.
yeah,
With, like
yeah.
yeah, she's got like pink gum. Like some of them look kind of normal, other ones look kind of weird. We meet two other members of the team later on. I'm like, this would kind of be low key racist if this weren't made by a Japanese.
There's a very like
Animation
there's no other way to put it.
company.
I have this guy exactly written down in the notes too. I have here, this is my exact wordings. Tojo ass World War II stereotype guy.
Yeah, there's no better no there's no other
It's got
way
the
to
Tojo
describe.
glasses. It's got the buck
Yeah.
teeth. It's literally the American racist stereotype of the Japanese in World War II.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, but it's Japanese people making this animation.
It's all
a
right when
Japanese
we
man
do it,
that
I
drew
guess.
it.
I don't know. Like
I don't know, but we meet them later on, anyways. But I was just like, and then like the girl that's with him too also kind of looks like a caricature, like a kind of racist caricature.
Hunter x Hunter was a
exactly what.
90s manga, I guess. You know,
It was of its time.
it's of its time. 90s were different. That's how you explain it away. Just it was different.
Yes. So that was interesting just to know. But basically, it gets into a whole discussion with like these other teammates about how they found the claw of what they suspect to be a chimera ant.
Yeah, they got like big old bug claw. And it's like,
Yeah,
this is too big to be a regular
really
bug.
long and huge, and they kind of get into a whole thing about like, oh, we found it after we're doing this job for this guy, and then we got an offer to buy it off of them. Whatever, kind of like a side tangent.
Yeah,
but
the main thing is this ain't right. Whatever this is.
yes, whatever it is, it ain't right. And then you know, between this again, you see like little.
I lost you, but I
again,
could see
more.
the audio moving, so I know people heard you.
Well, I was just saying, like, there's like little interstitial moments, right? Again, like the Chimera Ant Queen, she's like continuing to eat more and
There's
more.
more like I must grow with more power. Like
Right.
I need bigger food.
Exactly. And then you know they kind of pair that with moments where you're also
this is where they have the
learning
kid
about.
moments.
Yes,
I have here in my notes
the
here
kid
because I
moment-
have like two little kids like, oh, we're brother and sister. We love each other. I want to marry you when I grow up. I got my notes here. There's a flashback. We will be together forever. Probably going to get eaten, I'm assuming. It's exactly what I wrote down. Because they burn like
You're not right.
7 minutes on these kids or something like that.
Yeah, they really set them up as like actual characters of significance.
And okay, this is later. I don't know. Because they burn like half an episode on another guy later on who
Mhm.
dies before his face is even shown.
Yeah, the
So
NGL leader guy.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even know. I know this is like their art moment here or something, but
Mhm.
yeah. So hey, here's cute kids. Man, wouldn't it be so bad if they died? Well, that's not ever gonna happen. Oh, they die because the bugs eat them.
Yeah.
And the
And
queen's
at
like,
first
delicious. I need more human children.
right. Um, I at first I thought like, well, obviously I've seen it before, but at first like it's not immediately obvious to me that they ate the kids. But then at the very last line of the episode, they're like, oh yeah, oh, let me back up a little bit. So they mentioned this concept of phagogenesis, where the queen, whatever she
Yeah, it
eats,
passes
like
on like the
those
genetic traits to
qualities,
the next generation.
yes, we pass down to the next generation, which is why I guess all of these guys look so goofy. So for a while I was like, oh, haha, maybe the kids are still alive. But no, the new generation has like human genes. They specifically mentioned like it has human genes. So I was like, no, they just straight up tell you that like these kids got eaten, and then it's like we're only 2 episodes in, and this like arc just went
Yeah,
way darker.
the child eating arc.
Yes, the child eating arc,
Like that
the
would be a berserker or a claymore arc, right? But
right.
like considering you just came off goofy MMO arc.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is quite the contrast. And yeah, there's another episode where there's like two humans that are like in chains that are pets, and that I was like, whoa,
Yeah,
this
that's I think it's like the last episode we leave on.
yeah, this is like way later on, but it's like, okay, this series is definitely not afraid to explore in some of those more darker moments of
Oh, I do have here because they're
Mhm.
trying to track stuff down at some point in the episode, right?
Yes.
And it's like, go and sense a smell. It's as good as a dog's. And they're like looking
Oh,
around.
they did mention that.
And I'm like, well, yeah, but his intelligence doesn't match the dog's, unfortunately.
Dang. The
Yeah.
dog is cute. He has
Good,
very human
good anime
eyes. I
dog.
remember that. Yes, he's a cute anime dog. But yeah, I mean, so like that's pretty much the episode. They don't figure out where the arm is coming from. They're like looking around
For a
for
second, I thought it
what.
was going to be like a weird, like
Yeah.
Terminator 2 thing. Like they find the Terminator arm, but it's a paradox because the Terminator hasn't shown up yet.
Oh,
And so like
okay.
somehow like the arm being there would cause everything to happen, but that's not what happened. But
Oh, yeah, no. It's just floating around in the ocean and they just don't know where it is.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the episode.
Yeah, that's
And then the next episode
basically.
talks more about that and the arm.
And
Mhm.
then a question I had. So next
Yeah.
episode 78. That's very rapid reproduction this time.
Mhm.
Now there's like whole swarms of these guys going around, right? And
So
Kite
many of them.
talks about them. There's I got my notes here. They talk about the queen's size. And it's like if it could be 2 meters, blah blah blah, then nobody's safe. How do they know that?
I mean,
Is
they
this
must have
not
gotten
the
to that
first time
size
this has
before.
happened, or has this happened before?
I mean, it must have happened before, but I guess maybe it didn't. It happened in a more populated place with actual technology, so they were able to stop it. I don't know.
That's one thing that almost happens and doesn't happen is
Hmm.
okay. So we're on the new continent, and there's a specific, I can't remember the exact term, but the NGL, right?
Yes.
And as it is not an official country. It's like a disputed zone, but it's basically a bunch of Luddites, people who refuse technology.
Hmm.
Effectively, for lack of a better term, like Amish people, right?
Hmm.
So part of the reason now they're getting away with eating people is because these people can't fight back. Basically, they're
Right.
effectively medieval serfs.
Yeah, they have no technology to call for help.
Yeah,
They supposedly don't have any like weapons or anything like that. We know that's
yeah,
not
that will
true.
come up. Yeah, but yeah. So I literally wrote down they're a Luddite ass country,
Mhm.
but people who are afeared of technology. And I guess we'll skip ahead a little bit. Just I want to bring it up. But so it turns out the peasants are legit. The actual government of this non-governmental region is the cartel, basically. Like there's a rare
Pretty
plant
much.
that only grows there, and they use that to sell drugs to the world. And they
Yeah,
have like
drugs and
AK-47s
guns.
and Uzis and
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah.
So the Chimera Ants, when they fight the normal peasants, they clear them, right? They're just wiping out whole
Right.
towns. The second is like guys run up to the drug runners and they're like, no, 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 no. They just like gun them all down. And
Right.
the one guy I didn't get his name, but he's the turtle Chimera Ant. And he Gameras himself. And that like he closes his arms in and he spins his shell away. Like Gamera, that's how he flies. So I like that. And like, oh, so the reason Chimera Ants never took off in my mind at the moment was because they can beat up peasants, but they can't fight an actual armed force, right?
I see. Right. They're not powerful enough to do that.
And then turns out, to be fair, it turns out maybe under normal circumstances, but once you get human Chimera Ants, that's when it starts getting different.
Right. Human plus a whole lot of other genes, because there's... Who even knows? Some of these guys, I'm like, what are these designs? They don't make sense, but there's a crocodile dude, and some of them is just like,
some
this
of
is
them
just
like,
a koala.
okay, like it's like, you know, an Island of Dr. Moreau kind of deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one guy later who's like a 78-year-old senior citizen, but also a spider, but also with like bright anime sparkling eyes.
Oh yeah, the dude, the really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an
and then just the actual
design.
stripper, which it just weirds me out because they try to do like one other lady who's like sort of a sexy lady, but in a freaky way. Because the rest of them are freaky, so like that makes sense. But then one of these just like tight shirt and thong, like sure.
And it's like
she has a scorpion tail, so she's weird, but her scorpion tail has a giant heart on it.
Yeah. Kind of like isn't there like a Pikachu, like the female Pikachu has a little heart in its tail?
Yeah,
or
but
like that.
It's like that one episode where they're in Greed Island, and like they have that one random lady there who is just like artist fetish because she doesn't show up again.
Yeah.
Like I just look at that and like the same guy made this episode. When I saw her, like it's the same guy. That's all I could see because everyone else is a freak.
Yeah, and then, they're weird looking.
Like super conventional, attractive lady. But no one could ever be attracted to my hideous pink skin or like whatever. Like it's why I never buy X-Men to a point. Because like X-Men, Mystique. Like, look at Mystique. Oh, what man could be attracted to my horrendous blue skin? No one would ever find this attractive. Like, no! Off-color skin's not a deal breaker. Like, you're not a freak, you know? Like...
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people would be into that for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's a selling point to a lot of people, I bet. That's an additive.
Like, oh no, however will I date this conventionally attractive woman besides the color of her skin?
And even then, like, oh my god, Storm, all these sick mutant freaks. Ugh, can't stand the look. No, I'm pretty sure most people are okay looking at Storm, you know, like, oh no, like, I'm just offended looking at this mutant freak.
I mean, these characters were created.
I know, like, they're supermodel, right? Like, it's a hard sell when, like, these are literally the most attractive people of all time. And yet I'm supposed to buy that, like, people just aren't into this, you know? Like, later years X-Men, starting with the 2000s, they started making more freaky people, right? Like, what's our boy here? Beak. Beak is, like, meant to be, like, how most mutants are actually portrayed.
I see.
Oh, okay. God, he sort of looks like Cyrax here.
What? I do not see that.
Not Mortal Kombat Cyrax.
Oh, okay.
There's another more powerful Cyrax, unfortunately. But anyways, I do want to say here, at one point, I just called him, because we're talking about how weird the Chimera Ants are, right? I don't even remember what he looked like, but I wrote here, there's a Bebop and Rocksteady ass Chimera Ant. Like the guys from Ninja Turtles. Which... once again,
you're losing me.
They're like the henchmen from Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I've seen them. Yeah, I know these guys.
So I just, some guys like definitely evoked that to me of like this crew.
Just like a bunch of traits and clothing like that they probably shouldn't even have access to.
Well, yeah, and what's in the
thrown
clothing? Like, how do they
together.
get the clothing in this Luddite country? Like, I know the drug runners have modern stuff. They haven't met them yet.
Right.
And the only time they did meet them is they got shot up and ran away, right?
Hmm.
But I do like the idea of like this whole backwards country is just a front for drugs and gun running. Like that seems unfortunately very real world.
Yeah, and the fact that it's controlled by like a dictator,
Yeah,
and
it's like a guy
he
who's a
has all of the
dictator.
resources. Yeah, it's very
We're gonna
it's
burn
very
half an
relevant
episode
to
on
real
for
life.
like no results, but and eventually they're like learning stuff like they're going through books and stuff, learning human culture. And it's like, oh, these humans have things like names. We need names. And they go to the Ant Queen, like, give us names. Like, she's like, I do not care. You figure it out, right? Like, I'm trying to birth this baby.
Right. They're learning about guns, and they're they're like, what are these new contraptions we're seeing? And then also they talk about sorry, I'm just reading my notes. Talk about like finding where the Chimera ants might be located based on like where there are large missing populations of people.
Yeah, and they're like checking the internet, which, you know, was a
That's
new
right.
concept when the comic was new, right? But the
Mhm.
problem is, and I'll explain more to in later episodes, because these are all Luddites. Like, they're not reporting stuff to begin with.
Mhm.
And even if they did, like, they consider being killed by natural causes, like, fine.
Right.
Like, they have, like, I'm sure the people who are dying might have some problem with it, but they, as a culture, do not have problems with it.
Right. It's survival of the fittest.
Yeah, so it's difficult to just Google, yo, who disappeared in the NGL or whatever.
Right. And then meanwhile, you got the other team that's there as well, which we've seen before.
Yes, so we have Archer Boy and Bee Lady making their triumphant returns.
Yeah, Panzu and Pakal.
I did not. I remember he shot at the arrow the one time, so he's Archer Boy, and Bee Lady had the bees.
Yeah, and she has not passed the hunter exam because she got her ass kicked by Killua like a few episodes ago.
Yep. So we gotta wait till next year.
Yeah, but they're back.
They're
so
back,
kind of
and
a
I can't remember if it's this episode or the
characters.
next episode, but they're a little lovey-dovey with each other too.
Yeah, they're cute.
Yeah. At one point here, because Kite's there, and they're going into the territory now, right? Like they know where they have to roughly go, and Kite's like, "This isn't a game. Like if shit gets real, run."
Mm-hmm.
And Gon pulls his Shinji and is like, "Well, I mustn't run away. I mustn't run away. I mustn't run away."
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get through the episodes. Gon does good here. He does good. I can't complain about his performance here. But Kite, I can already tell, is like, he's no bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
He's a professional, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can see Gon goning it up at some point and really fucking things up for everybody. Doesn't happen yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen how this kid works already. And the stakes are a lot fucking higher here than it's ever been, right? Like, it's not just a couple, it's like, it's genocide. It's straight up genocide.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be like, yeah, but I want to do things my way. You know? And I have a feeling that's going to happen. I'm going to really fucking hate him.
I think you're definitely headed in the right direction. There's a point at the end. I don't know how much I want to give away, but
No spoilers. But I just got a feeling, right?
Okay.
Because Kite, they're showing him, and he's hyper competent, does not fuck around, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's his later episode. He's like, fight to kill. Like, no fucking, like, don't fight to prove yourself, but fight to kill.
Right. All I'm gonna say is there's in these initial episodes, there's definitely some foreshadowing, which you're like,
Right.
we'll find out.
Maybe I'm like going one and beyond, right? I'm 5 shadowing it, but we'll see, I guess. Because I just know how this boy works. And if I were to trust anybody, I would trust Killua. I would not leave it in Gon's hands. But I don't think that's going to be an option for the poor folks of the NGL when shit gets real.
There's a lot of life and death situations that are happening here. Like, we've already seen, like, they're killing kids. They're not fucking around.
Yeah, and so we mostly talked through this episode now.
Mhm.
One thing note is just they make it very clear the main soldier Chimera Ant, the beaky guy, that's like
Mhm.
the small kid from before. So not only do they inherit like a human form, they also might inherit some traits because he does, without fully going through, he does remember his mother to a degree because she's in one of
Right.
the towns they attack, and he skips over
Mhm.
her.
Right.
So
Irritates some of the
chimeras
memories.
keep some personality traits of the host.
Yeah. Some traits and also memories, because like technically he remembered
Yeah,
his
and
mother.
some trace
So
memories, not like full, but because he's not like,
yeah,
oh, mommy,
exactly.
like he just doesn't kill her instead.
Right. He hesitates to kill her
Mm.
and lets her go.
But yeah, so that's basically it. So once again, mostly set up. And then episode 79, the no good NGL.
Yeah.
And
So
yeah,
this episode, I can take it. Sorry, one thing just before we hop to the next episode, I do want to mention about the previous one is that like they do have a conversation at the end where Gon's like, "No way, I would ever abandon Kite. Like, I would rather die than do that." And then Killua is more like, "Well, we'll decide in the moment, right?
yeah,
Of what we do."
because they're saying like
Yeah.
he's like, don't screw around. If it
Mhm.
gets hard, run. And it's like, no, 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 no,
Right.
I'm not running for nothing. I'm
Okay.
going, and I'm
Okay.
the
Sorry. No,
hero.
we did technically talk about
Yeah,
that.
and
But
like it'll
anyways,
always
like,
work out in my favor.
right.
It's like, oh, look at me. I literally lost my hand the last fight, but I had magical hero juice, and so all consequences were wiped away. So I learned no
Right.
lessons.
Exactly. No, but I just want to make sure we highlight that
Yeah.
sentence because it does come up again later. That specific sentence that he says. But yeah, so next episode, they're driving into the NGL. You see
Sorry.
like
I do want to
Popple.
interrupt you for
Yes.
1 second. Just gotta look at my notes. Because this entire line is in all caps. Because we're introduced to a new chimera at one point where they're all talking.
Okay.
And I just have here written down, one of the chimeras is a fucking panda wearing a cross.
Chi
So again, more cross iconography, a very Christian
Mhm.
world. And being Navy Christian, I don't know, like, was he born with the cross? I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just it's just glaring right now because it's all caps. Because I saw a
No,
guy
actually,
stop.
I don't think I even really paid that close attention. As we're getting into this discussion again, just like with Crollo and all the
Yeah,
crosses that they had on his
just it's a
outfit.
panda man, and we're gonna have more animal people to talk about, especially with the friggin' koala. But I just saw him like pause, just like look at him. But anyways, that's me. That's me. Anyways, back to it. Back to it.
No. I think that's fair. It's a weird looking dude, and on top of that, he's wearing one of wearing the cross. So
Yeah.
definitely, it's a eye catching outfit to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so like the groups are driving into the NGL. Um, you learn, a little bit about Pakal and Ponzi, whatever, and then yeah, it introduces a lot of the Chimera ants, and also kind of introduces a little bit, I think, of the conflict that we see developing in the next few episodes, which is like Colt is very like straight to the point, like we're capturing humans to feed the queen, and then pretty much not all of them, but most of the other
They're
chimeras are like,
fucking around.
yo, we love hunting just for the fun of hunting. Like we
Yeah.
love
So
fucking these people.
like the smarter they get, the more off mission they get, basically.
Yes,
They're just
exactly.
supposed to
They're
gather
more
food for the queen. Done.
individualistic. Right. They definitely have like really strong personalities. There's like another guy that gets introduced as well. God, what's his name? Melioron. He's like a chameleon dude.
Yes, because he's wearing a fucking hoodie.
Yeah, he's just straight up wearing a hoodie.
Was he born into the hoodie?
I don't know, but he's kind of like
Is that his skin?
kind of reminds me of like an angsty teenager because he just always has
He's
the
a
hood
fucking
up.
he's like the 14-year-old crackhead behind the high school.
Fair enough. Would you have personal experience with that?
I've been around the type enough.
All right, fair enough. I'm like, actually, no, I'm my high school too. No, you're right. In a minute, but yeah. So he definitely looks a little shady. I bring him up because he is more of a character later on. And yeah, they're just kind of like hunting down the soldiers.
Yeah,
Then
they're too into the job. Only
Yes.
Beaky is like the only one who's like basically doing assigned tasks to the letter, and everyone else is
Right.
doing like extracurricular activities.
Also interesting. Like they mentioned, so the other guy that's more straight to the point is the penguin dude, Peggy.
Yes, I like him. I
Uh,
like him.
but you don't really ever see him so far. I actually forget this, but like I haven't really seen him fight at all. He seems more like they've kind
He's
of
like
been
the
setting him up as like the
chancellor.
scholarly type. Yeah,
Yeah.
the scholarly type person. So I'm like, oh, okay.
He'd be like in the video game version of this, he'd be like the guy who gives the quest at the hub.
Exactly. He's more of a support role in the
And
background.
the turtle guy too, just to mention him, just because like there's a couple scenes later too when they're all arguing, and this the way he's drawn, he has this like resting face of just like, I'm so fucking done with this. I don't care. I don't care. I don't like. He just has this face of like he's just done.
Mhm.
Okay, I gotta Google him just so hopefully I can show an example here. If I type in Hunter x Hunter turtle guy, okay, it auto completed turtle guy.
Okay.
So
See
in
what
this
comes
picture
up.
here, he's even smiling, but like he just has this face like smiling, just like it's like kind of smile of like he's like yes, just keep going, like just like I don't know, just something about him just feels like couldn't give a shit.
He's smarming a little bit. I don't know.
Is
I
this a
kind of
spoiler? What is this?
I think someone's just goofing.
Yeah, but yeah, I like his face. It's a good face. Yeah, there we go. I think that's it. I think that's the scene where I got that out of him. He's like, just can't be asked.
Literally says no idea what you're talking about.
Got a good face on him. I like it.
Yeah, he's definitely, I think, one of the better designed characters. I mean, his hair is kind of like stringy and it kind of just like conveys the sense of like, yeah, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm just letting it do what it wants to do. But yeah, other times you have these characters where you're just like,
like
what?
Tiger Man, Stripper Lady. There's a guy who like a metal t-shirt and jogging pants. And when he's introduced just like sitting on a couch. Like he's like straight out of the 90s. Like
in the case of like, for example, the cheetah guy, it's like, okay, I can kind of understand where you might have been going with this concept, but especially later episodes, like they just start shoving animals or creatures in together with one another to the point where I'm like, okay, I don't even know what animal this is. Like I can guess
if it's
what
passing
kind of
on the biological traits through like their breeding system, the NGL has to be like the most biologically diverse biome on the planet.
Yeah, they got penguins.
They got everything. Like
cheetahs,
yeah.
centaurs.
Just like ain't hurting for variety on which is it's a bonus. It's a bonus, right? But just I think the logistics of how that would work, and then that's when everything falls apart because you're not meant to think that. You're just meant to sit and be entertained. But
that's
how my brain works.
I mean, I'm sure you had a lot of questions about the logistics of like going through security at this embassy.
If they showed nothing else, this is where I would have figured out it's a scam. Because they go there and it's like, how come you guys have like tons of computers in this Luddite country? It's like, well, we're not technically at the border, so we can have all the tech we want. And like, okay, sure. And it's like, and they're like, yeah, by the way, your outsider clothes not allowed. But don't worry, we have new clothes for sale in the other room. And like,
that's right.
Is this the grift? You're just here to like get tourists to buy your clothes? Like, what's going on here? And I'm very sad because like we already lose half the crew at this point. Like Bear Dude,
I think it's basically an excuse to get rid of them.
Yeah, like, they showed him just to get rid of them, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they have to buy all. So Killua has like outfit number 70 now. And like he's basically wearing the same thing as Gon. Like they're just wearing like a tight shirt and like hobo pants. But Gon manages to make it look way more broke than Killua does. Like maybe it's like just how he vibes. I don't know, but
maybe it's the color, right? Because
maybe it's
I
the color.
Killua's pants they're white or they're blue, right? They're like a darker color, whereas Gon's pants, pretty sure they're green.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just the vibe of the colors.
I'm sure there's like some societal way I read into this that like they are looking basically the same. Just I look Killua more high class, going always broke boy. Apologies. But yeah, so this is all to say that one of the ants is a koala bear in a business suit and clown shoes.
Yeah, who literally kills a dude in cold blood.
The killing him's like the least problematic part of it. Like, because once again, is he born in this?
You're like, the fact that he's in a suit and wearing these shoes.
They definitely
that's my
don't have
problem
suits
with
here.
him.
They definitely do not have suits here.
Oh,
Like, he
no,
could not have
absolutely
gotten
not.
that from somebody else.
Well, maybe he stole like a kid-sized suit from the army of drug dealers, whatever.
But he would have been born before they
Shadow Army
met them.
Well, yeah, actually, you're right. I don't know.
So, I don't know. Oh, the other thing too, when they're going through NGL customs or whatever, they're talking about like you got to buy our special NGL clothes and all that.
Right.
So at one point they get like MRIs.
Yeah.
And I'll see if I can find. I don't know if
that was a really interesting scene, like going through.
Oh,
these
okay.
crazy
We do have a
high-level
picture
security.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what are you gonna discover with that?
Gon literally has like a smoother brain than Killua does.
Oh, that's fucking funny. I didn't even notice that detail.
So I noticed that. I'm like, wait a second. Like, you don't want a smooth brain. That ain't
right.
So
He's
good.
got less bright. Like the dark spots are. I mean, I'm no expert.
That could be like tumors for all I know. But like,
yeah, like
that
the dark
would also
spots
explain
are generally
a lot.
Like
but
lower activity, right?
Yeah.
You know, when you look at MRI.
But yeah, like his gray matter just is literally lacking in comparison to Killua.
That's funny. I didn't even notice that.
That stuck out to me like a sore thumb. That like he's
Also,
literally got
like,
less of a brain. So basically, Gon has small, weak brain, is what we're trying to say.
Yes.
Maybe tumors, maybe Chris Benoit level brain damage, which maybe will explain a lot of things later on. Definitely explains a lot of things that have happened to this point, actually. We have Business Koala, who's also a gangster, who wears clown shoes, killing folk. He has like koala juice, keeps drinking his juice.
Mm-hmm.
And so we mentioned here, the NGL government is like basically a cartel. They're doing drugs, they're gun running, all that kind of stuff. Cartel dudes get their base anted up because the Chimera Ants find their governmental base of power where they make all their drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point in between here, the Archer Nen dude uses his Nen powers because he has them now, and they're archery based. Funnily enough,
yeah, he different colors.
Shoots Nen arrows, which would be embarrassing if he had a different power. Like we show him he's an archer, then he manifests his Nen power into the sword. Like, well, shit, like classed myself wrong, like.
I mean, you can get creative, right? You can be like Kite, and you can have a bunch of different weapons.
Well,
right?
he's got RNG, right? So my understanding of his power is each power is pretty strong, but because it's RNG, that's his Nen inhibition or whatever to make it stronger.
Mm-hmm.
We've only seen so far level 4.
That's fair. But yeah. Oh, then this is random, but like as they're, and I know they showed this before, but as they're going through like this secret layer or whatever, and they're killing these soldiers, sometimes they show them with like white blood, where it's kind of like clear.
Yes, this happens here.
And sometimes they have red blood. And I'm like, what?
I think in shots where it's too violent, they show white blood. Because like when Koala dude shoots the other guy in the head, it's like blood pouring out of his forehead, right? And that's all white. But if it's like a blood stain on the ground and no movement, then they'll show red.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, I'm like, why are these different colors? Is this like
I'm assuming it's because it aired on some network somewhere in the world, and it's how they got past censorship laws.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, yeah, why is it like his brain fluid coming out? Like, why is it like that? And, okay, that makes sense.
That's the way I get it. Like, because you shouldn't be leaking white fluid out of your brain holes.
Yeah, probably not.
Unless those drugs they sell there are really something else. Like, but I don't know. But yeah, so the cartel gets their base invaded. And then we go to episode 80. So the Chimera Ants are basically taking over the country at this point. Full on. Episode 80, Evil and Terrible. So let me tell you about Gyro, the NGL
Why?
Shadow
Get a
Dawn.
whole
And
like
we burn
ass
half
episode
the
on him.
fucking episode on what about my life was so sad, so I'm gonna commit my life to evil and sell drugs. Oh, I died. Like, it's literally, it's black and white. It's a flashback.
Mhm.
Here's this kid's sad bullshit life. Sucked. Oh, well. And then, like, he died. We don't even see him died. It's like, by the time the flashback's over, he's already dead. And then, like, Centaur Chimera's like, guess this is my base now.
Yeah, it's like they spend so much time on like his abusive childhood and
My daddy didn't
like,
love me so much.
yeah, just like all this abuse, and then like they're like, oh yeah, and then 9 years later I became king and I founded my own country. It's like, what?
Yeah, and
You
I
skipped
made
some steps
drugs
there.
to hurt the human race. So I hate
Right.
humans so much. And like, he died. Like, he didn't even turn
Yeah.
around in his chair. So we never even
Yeah,
saw
I
what he
think-
looked like.
Yeah, he kind of dies like, I think he's already dead by the time you see him. So you
Like,
don't,
I
did
only
you
have
see how
two
he
thoughts
died,
on
or-
this.
Mhm.
Either one, this was somehow a way to save money. Like, this is like a budget episode. Because a lot of this flashback is just black and white stills. Didn't probably cost you a lot of money to make. Or like there'll be some payoff here later, but like this wasn't it. Because like, to be honest, immediately like, okay, so we have this big sad story for this guy who I'm not invested in. So I'm watching like this. Like, I'm just like, like I'm actually like I at one point I'm just looking at my magic cards and like just listening to it, right? As because I'm like, this
don't
is
really
still going.
look at the screen because there's not much animation happening. So
Can I look at the screen or can I look at Lazelle? I'd rather look at my frog lady, my frog wife. So I'm just there, just looking at the match cards, like, it's still going. Yeah, sucks your dad didn't love you, I guess. Like, sure. And then just like, I hate the world. I want to make drugs to hurt the world. And like, oh, I'm dead. And then Centaur guy runs the base. Sure. What? So that's literally half the episode. Like, and if I didn't say it already, episode 80, Evil and Terrible. And then we're introduced to gun-loving Chimera Ant. And he's like just a weird. He's actually a bug man. And after they get the base, they have like all their like guns and shit. And he's like, "Wow, these are cool." And he's just like gunning people down. He's like, "Man, this is so sick." And he's just having like a fun time shooting people. So he's living life.
Yeah, and this is it's a depressing episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of murder in this episode.
Yeah.
There's also an ant autopsy because like Penguin Man or Turtle Man's talking about like dead ants, and they figure out, oh, these aren't human bullets. This must be something else. Like, so they sort of process of elimination, sort of figure out what Nen is.
Right. They're like, it's some sort of energy or
Yeah.
something else besides a bullet,
Some sort of Ten and Ren or whatever these human terms could be. Sorry, I keep saying that's how the fucking it's like Quark talks in Deep Space Nine. The Ferengi. Oh, you're human culture. The Trekkie stuff. I'm a kid.
Okay,
I
I thought you were just being quirky.
No,
For the brand.
it's specifically how they talk, and like I'm butchering it a little bit, but yeah, like it's a common sci-fi trope. They'll always say something like, these humans are from Earth.
Kind
they'll
of
always
like
make sure to say it just a little bit wrong, and then be like, "That's not how you say it, alien."
kind of like Starfire from Teen Titans. I
Yeah,
don't know.
she's exactly that trope, basically.
Mhm.
But yeah, anyways, Beaky Boy remembers his sister names as Raina, and he says it out loud, and Turtle Guy's like, "Who's Raina?" It's like, "I didn't say that." But it's like, oh, his human memories are bleeding through a little bit.
Right, it's subconscious.
Oh, this is where we meet 75-year-old balding senior citizen, cute kawaii Spider-Man.
Oh man.
And he's troubling. Disconcerting to look at, because he's a lot of different things in one character.
He's a lot of different I don't know, characteristics, you kind of almost don't know what to look at.
That's it, because like he's like the simp character for like stripper Chimera Ant, right? And it's like, oh,
Yes.
mistress, my mistress, blah blah blah. But like he's got like the crown, like balding, like Star Trek, the Picard balding kind of thing going on. And like he's clearly old, but he has these gigantic Sailor Moon anime eyes.
Right,
Like,
big kissy lips.
yeah, like big pouty lip. It's just a fucking design for the history books, basically.
Right, and then like his body is just this like brown.
Yeah, it's like this
spider.
body horror spider body going on here. Like,
Doesn't he have? Am I misremembering this, or he has like little gloves for hands, or I might be misremembering that.
maybe, but like
he's
just
like a weird looking dude.
weird dude. And then turns out, even though he's obviously not higher up, he's subservient to stripper lady. We meet Nen Archer and B Lady, and he messes them up. Like he meets up the B crew. Is definitely not going to put him up against Gon yet, but he meets the B crew, and he sort of like kills two of them for free out of the gate. And then he does the forbidden thing, which will come the plot point later of like, whoops, I done aided a human. Only the queen gets to eat humans.
Right. Can't do that. It's not allowed. But yeah, they're attacking the B crew team, and it honestly, like, it's kind of, I mean, these aren't characters that like you really know that well, but you
saw them before, right? So like you're meant to evoke something, because like I might have my notes here. I wrote down, this is just misery porn. Because like then we come back to fucking dual wielding Glock bug man, right? And he runs into B girl, and he's like blah blah blah, and he just fucking kills her while she's like trying to send out a desperate B message to like any real hunters in the area.
Right, and then the archer guy, Pockle, he gets attacked by the scorpion lady.
Yeah.
And taken back to their base.
Yeah, he gets like stabbed or paralyzed or something. Like, so, because he has Nen. He actually has Nen, right? And it's like, you have like the energy of like 1,000 humans for the queen. Yeah. That's the thing. They're like, they have like a whole business meeting about this too at some point in the episode. It's like, we got to up our human quota for the day. Like, we used to have 50 for the queen. Now we need 100.
Right, but then they figure out like, oh, if we get these special humans with special abilities, they're worth like 1,000 times the rares. They're 1,000 times the nutritional value of a normal human.
Like, right? I don't know where this is going necessarily, but my early hypothesis is either Archer Boy or somebody, some Nen user, is going to get fed to the queen, and that's what turbocharges her, and that's how Miruem Cell gets born. I'm assuming. I don't even know if he's even related. It could be something else entirely. So I'm guessing.
Pretty good guess. Pretty good guess.
But I'm assuming that guy's hot shit because he's in the fighting game, right? So
he is hot shit. I looking at some of these designs now, I'm like, there's like a few other Chimera Ants maybe they could have put into the game.
Definitely not dude with the beater, black t-shirt, and jogging pants. Although. Back when I knew nothing about the characters, if I saw that guy, I'm just like a lion in jogging pants, then like that's my main. Like I would have just been there.
You're like, is that Armor King? You know, like that.
Is that me 20 years ago? Like, yes. Like just on the couch, his traditional, be part of his moveset where he sits on the couch to heal or something like that. And he's also one of the bad ones because it's like, yeah, fuck humans. I just want to hunt them. Like I'm not doing what I'm meant to do. I'm not giving the queen her food. Like, most of these guys actually just suck.
Yeah, I mean, most humans kind of suck.
They do,
I think that's accurate. But also later on, they explain that, like, a lot of the humans that are being fed to the Chimera Ant Queen or whatever, like, they're the soldiers. They're, like, bad people. So they're getting the worst parts of humanity.
Well, the early ones is, like, all these defenseless villagers and children, so...
Okay, I mean, that's fair. I don't know, but, you know, maybe some of the soldiers are good people, like the normal ants, like the lesser ants, and then the big bads, you know, the squadron
you know leaders, what? Like, I enjoy some of the characters as characters, but, like, I ain't on their side of this. Like, you are capturing and eating people, so you freaks need to go down.
Yeah, that's fair.
Get in there with the some actual hunters with flamethrowers, just clear them out.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the smart thing to do, but they're in this like country with
Yeah,
literally zero outside
they're really selling
support.
because they tell it
So
like they're in basically the country that is the least equipped on the planet to fight back.
to deal with this,
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately. Um,
Like if
yeah,
this
it
happened in
really is.
York New City,
Mhm.
this would have been swept under the rug in an afternoon.
Dude, those Chimera ants would have been fucked.
Yeah.
Like just calling the phantom
Non-issue in
troop
the
like
civilized
goodbye.
world. If this happened on Greed Island, this wouldn't even have started. Like some guy would have took a sick deck and just wiped them out or something. But yeah, so just basically a lot of people dying in this episode. Half the episode is just burnt on sad King of NGL. Like it just made me mad. Like we did all this time to set up a character who never even turned around from the chair they were sitting in. So I didn't get to see his face, then he's dead. Then like Centaur dude takes over, and then lots of other people die. And that's basically the only thing is at the very end, Gon Crew does get the Desperation B sent out at the end. So they have a rough idea now of what's going on in the country. And they know now like the chimeras are like hunting people down, increasing their number, all that. So they have a rough idea of what they're going into. That's the episode. So next episode is episode 81. The fight begins. You can take this one.
Yeah. So basically in the previous episode, the little bee had a message about like where their hideout or nest is. So Killua, Gon, Kite, they're basically running there, and Kite basically mentions like, oh, we gotta get to the queen before the king is born. So clearly, like you said earlier, this has happened before, and they know that
at very least he understands like the whole life cycle of these guys.
Right. Exactly. So they're well aware of this threat, I suppose. So anyways, I guess this is just the worst possible scenario. This is the worst timeline for all of this to occur in. But yeah, there's a lot of like, again, just like conflict between the Chimera ants, where they're basically saying like the queen, like what we mentioned just earlier, the queen needs more people. Colt is saying, oh, we need more, the beaky dude says that, oh, we need more discipline, or we need to find, more special humans to be able to
need to find more rares, because stripper lady is like, well, I found this is good enough. Like, and at one point someone else, I think it's Turtle Man, he's like, well, we only need to find like one of these guys like twice a month and we're good, and then we can just party for the rest of the time.
Right, we can relax.
And yeah, and they're like, no. And then one of us like, that's not how this works. Like, they're called rares because they're rare. We're not just gonna have 3 more of them show up in our base in a second. Like, turns out they do, but like, but yeah, there's a lot of infighting. These are not a cohesive unit.
No, definitely not. There's the ox dude looking dude. His name is, I wrote it down. That's the only reason I remember. Beehorn. He's like choking out the spider.
Spider dude. He's like, oh, please forgive me and my foolish ways.
Kind of looks like he's enjoying it to me, and I was like, huh, okay. Can't wait for
this. He's a sicko character.
Guy.
Like, he's definitely that guy.
Yes, he's definitely that guy. But anyways, like so the Chimera ants, they're learning more about Nen a little bit, I guess. So they're like, oh, we can actually see the Nen, like the officers.
Yeah, if humans can do it, we should be able to do it.
Exactly. And then that whole scene basically wraps up where Beaky or Colt gets a call where the bunny dude.
Yes, this is Stripper Bunny.
Yeah,
because he's wearing a thong.
Yeah, he's like eating horses, and he's like, I shouldn't be eating horses.
I want to eat humans.
Human meat. That's right. And then so this is like the first encounter between the Chimera ants and like the Gon crew, I guess.
Yes. Right before I do, we got a couple notes here. They like meet. They go to a town that's like destroyed by the ants already.
Right.
And Gon's like, something smells bad, and he points over there.
Right.
And there's bodies and stuff there, and we get there. But when he pointed to an outhouse. Like, yeah, something would smell bad there, Gon. Like, it's the shitter. Like, I thought that was the joke for a second. Like, But then there's like, oh, there's tons of bodies. We have a bunch of fucking impaled horses. And they mentioned shrikes, which is a deep cut because it's a weird fucked up animal that will impale its victims.
Oh, I thought that was like something they made up.
No,
That was
that's a very
real?
real thing. Fans of sci-fi, if you know the Hyperion series, the Shrike is the main villain. And the Shrike does exactly that to like billions of people.
I thought they were just doing like, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe they're doing like Ava style where they're like horses crucified.
No, for a second I thought they crucified. I did think they crucified the fucking horses because I'm like, anime
like,
being
this is
weird.
hilarious.
But they brought up shrikes and
Mhm.
like, this one thing is nature's cruel sometimes. And, like we always like
Mhm.
to think the fuzzy stuff, but nature can be fucked up. Shrike is one of those things.
Oh, damn. I
Um,
didn't realize that was a real
no, it's
thing. So
unfortunately a real
they're
thing.
literally
It's
like
the shitty bird.
they're, they're literally like spearing their
Yeah, they
prey on
Vlad
top
the
of something.
Impaler other animals.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're not the only ones that do that. But yeah, I got here right afterwards. Bunny bird thong man attack. Because he's sort of a bunny, sort of a bird, but also wearing a thong.
Yeah, he's also got abs, and then he's kind of got like some Frieza
Yeah, so
armor
they're
with
equal
the
opportunity.
shoulders.
So they got like weird stripper lady, weird stripper hybrid man guy.
Yeah, he's kind of got like a Joker theming going on too, with the
No,
green
yeah, he's got like
hair.
I just saw Batman. We can do this legally distinct.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he just has such a weird design, just such a weird design. But anyway, so like they come across weird funny dude, for lack of better word. They come across him, and then Kite's like, oh, turns out these guys can actually conceal their presence, like because they didn't notice him initially
Yeah,
when they were coming up. So, surprise, I guess some of them can conceal their presence. So clearly they're evolving in some way in their powers. Um, but yeah, so Kite's basically like, you two can do this. Like, if you can't even beat this dude, you're
yeah,
fucked.
he's
So,
using this as a training lesson, right? My issue, and once again, I sort of like Kite because he's a professional, right? So
mhm.
my issue as a professional, you shouldn't use this country's genocide as a training lesson for the kids. And that's what pisses me off because Killua's getting all Killua about it. And it's like,
Mhm.
don't treat us like children. You're literally fucking children. Like, you are an actual fucking child, my son. Like, where do you get
I
off saying
mean,
don't treat us like children?
but to be fair, in Killua's
He's an
defense,
old
like,
soul. I
yeah,
know, but
no, he's killed people, and also when you're that age, you always want to think you're more grown up than you
I
actually
know,
are.
but just like, buddy, you're an actual child. You are literally what you're being accused of. You know, like,
Yeah, I mean, really, if Kite was responsible and wanted to protect his master's son, he would have been like, "No, you can't come with me.
well, if Kite
Stay
was
out here."
responsible, like, regardless of them bringing him on the journey, just like, I'll train you guys, but like, we got problems to solve first.
Right.
This is on the job training, you know, like,
Mhm.
and he does that a little bit later, but like letting the kids fun around with Bunny Dude just didn't seem like the call to make.
Yeah, and like they're kind of getting their asses beat at least initially.
Yeah, like they're
They're
also
not
like
doing too
they're still
well.
not fully strong enough.
Yeah, not really because they do. So Killua uses his lightning
He does.
abilities,
I have
and
here.
then
He used his jump special from Nen Impact, so that's where it comes from.
there you
Yeah,
go. Yes, he does do it. And then Gon, of course, we've seen this before, and he's using the Jankan Pon or call it Jankan Rock in the dub. I know we
it should
mentioned
be
this before. Where I'm
Janken
just like,
Punch. Like that's punny. That works.
that would be a lot funnier.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I get where they got Rock from, but I'm like, you can just say Jankan Pon, guys. It's fine.
I don't
You know.
understand these weird
Anyway.
foreign things you're trying to say.
I know. It's almost like you're watching a Japanimation.
I know. Well, they warned me about that in the church, and then I grew up to be what I was, so they were
That's
right
right.
all
You're
along.
playing the devil's game, Pokemon.
Yeah. I grew up during that. Like I have been talked to about Pokemon by a minister.
Wow,
And,
really?
like, I hate to say it, hey, he was right. It was basically the devil's game.
I mean, look at you now, collecting devil's cards of lizard women and hot lizard women, and talking about
I do like because I'm in my
animation.
playthrough with the Lae'zel as
Mhm.
Origins Lae'zel. At one point, because everyone's like, "What the fuck's a Githyanki?" Right? And there's just an option
Mhm.
you can say like lies, like I'm a swamp elf, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay." Like I like that because there's no such thing as swamp elves in D&D. But you can
Right.
just say
They
that, and
just
people are like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense." There's like a million other kind of elves, anyways. Like people would buy it.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, that world is just so, like, as someone who is going through their first playthrough of Baldur's Gate, I have played D&D before a few times, but it's very complicated.
Yeah, no,
So
it's a
even me,
weird,
someone,
weird world.
yeah, someone could say swamp elf, and yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I believe that. Or swamp orc, I'd be like, yeah, I believe that. Like
Yeah,
you could
especially because like
honestly,
if
you could
in
say,
the world of D&D, like you can, depending on the elf, you might be wanting to run for your life. Because if it's the wrong
true.
kind of elf and it's a dark elf, dark elves are like turbo Nazis, basically. Like,
Ooh, didn't know that.
yeah, so you want to run away.
Oh, you could also say anything about wrestling, and I believe you too. So,
Well, the for a long time, Dungeons and Dragons' most popular sub franchise was Drizzt Do'Urden, and he was a dark elf, but he was
okay.
a nice guy. He didn't want to be mean like the rest of them.
Hmm.
He was a good guy, and they made like 45 books out of it. I read just about every
Wow.
goddamn one of them, and
You
it's
bought into it too,
super.
then.
It's exactly the kind of shit tailored to like get like a 14-year-old kid's interest. Because like, gee, I'm not like my evil relatives. You know, I have a good heart, but I can be hard as fuck if I need to be. But don't worry, I'm not. But if you make me, I am. Right? But don't worry, I'm not. You know, like
It's the like, yeah, I'm cool. Like I'm just a chill dude. You
I'm
know,
just a
I'm a
little guy. I'm
good
just a little
guy. Like
guy. But I'm,
I'm
I'll
not
fuck
like
you
the
up if I
other
have
ones.
to.
But like, if you fuck around with
Yeah.
me,
He has
I
a
can
persona called
become that
the
guy.
Hunter.
Oh
And when he's
my
the Hunter,
god.
he doesn't feel pain anymore. Because see, pain's just an idea. So I'm the Hunter. I don't even think about pain. Because I'm
Oh
just
my
that fucking
god.
badass.
It does sound something that a
Yeah,
14-year-old
so
would
I was super
identify
in
with.
those fucking books, basically. Yeah.
I figured. You definitely, based on everything I know from you, sounds like the type of shit you'd be into.
Yeah. And then, of course, like in the books, he has like, I got my cool adopted family, my sick barbarian best friends.
Barbarian best friends?
Yeah.
Are these like cool
Wolfgar, who's like
barbarians?
7 feet tall,
Okay.
500 pounds, and throws hammers. Caddy Bree. The books went on so long, they had to like fucking realize like the editions are changing. So Caddy Bree went on to be like friend then wife kind of idea.
Okay.
But she's a
Caddy
human.
Brie.
He's an elf.
What a name. Caddy Brie. Like Brie like the cheese?
Like Brie. Like she's like they're all northerners. Like, not Vikings.
I think that's how you spell Brie the cheese.
Maybe, I don't know. Or it could be Caddy Bri. I've
Brie.
only ever read it. I don't know what it sounds like. Could be Caddy Bri. But eventually, like
Okay.
they're moving on, they have to deal with the problem of, hey, elves live this long, humans live this long. We're gonna have to write all these human characters out of the fucking books eventually.
Hey, you know what series deals with that concept really well?
What?
Frieren.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. But don't
Actually, what I
worry.
like.
Don't worry. Don't worry. They double reverse figured out how to fix the problem. So
Oh,
eventually they time
okay.
skipped, and it's like, yeah, they all died. No, I'm all sad. I'm all sad. I'm all edgy about it. And they all died, right? But
Okay.
then one of the gods just brought them back to life at their actionable prime age again. Now he's hanging out with all of them again.
Oh,
Like
okay. Seems
150 years
very.
later.
All right. Well, it seems like the laser just got like the writer just got lazy, and they're just like, yeah, just bring him back.
Besides like Stephen King, I can't think of a person who like more just hates what he's created than R.A. Salvatore. Because like he's just like, fuck it, whatever. Doesn't make sense. We're hundreds of years later. They are all long fucking dead.
Mhm,
And like he wrote them all off too. Like they all got their goodbyes, right? And
mhm.
it's like, I don't know, they're fucking back, sure, whatever. I don't care anymore. Like,
Just give the fans what they want.
exactly.
Like we're going fan fiction style. Like who cares?
Yeah,
Just give them what they want as long as they
exactly.
keep buying it.
Like I don't know much about that Frieren, but maybe they'll bring back all those dead people too.
They have not yet. I'm caught up with the manga. They have not yet. And actually it's one of like the main I don't think they would because it's like kind of one of the main points is that her other party members are dead and now 100 years later or whatever. That
Then we'll
she's
get
like
to the
with new
chapter where the
people.
new party members meet the old party members.
That would be really cute, actually. I would like to see that.
Oh, there you go. Spoiler for chapter 400.
I don't even know what
I
chapter
have
we're
no
on
idea.
anymore.
But it did that anyways. But those dumb books. Anyways, elves are silly.
Elves are very silly. Sometimes they're sexy and sometimes they're terrifying. You don't know which one you're gonna get.
Exactly. Well, the dark elves are usually portrayed as both the sexy and terrifying elves in Dungeons and Dragons. They get the double.
Hey, the best
dip
of
like
both
that.
worlds.
Yeah. But yeah, so bunny stripper man, dude, they fight him, they shock him, they stun him, like they literally do like the wombo combo, shock stun, and he gets Janken rock big hit, and it messes him up a bit, and then Beaky saves him. But at which point Bunny Dude comes back to and he's like, "Oh, I want to fucking kill these kids.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely a reoccurring villain. You'll
mouth.
fight me again." You know, like.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like,
I just want to. That's basically the episode. I want to highlight one thing. I tried to Google it. I can't find the Google, and like maybe I'll find the shot later. Because at one point they're now going to the not abandoned drug factory, the one where the Chimera Ants took over, and they're like, they know there's weapons and stuff there, right? They're building guns. They have like off-brand AK-47s, and there's just this one shot of Killua dual wielding AK-47s.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, and I'm like, maybe if I can, I'll make this, if possible, I'll make that like the thumbnail of this episode. I don't know.
Please, that would be amazing.
But like, it's a hell of a shot. Like, just here he is dual wielding AKs, right? Like it's Call of Duty or some shit. And that's
amazing.
And they head off into the drug den.
Yes, they are drug in the den. They see a bunch of corpses, and they're
like, stuff happened here. Like they know something bad happened here.
Yeah, something's up, and they're gonna fight more Chimera ants probably. Yeah. Dun dun dun. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much the episode.
That's pretty much the episode. So that leads us to our final episode of our now, episode 82, Kite and Slots. And I wrote, so begins the Gon cartel act. Because they're like literally looking through like drugs and guns and stuff, right? You mentioned the Dogmen. This is where the Dogmen are introduced. So Centaur Man, who took over, has some surviving members of the cartel, and he has them on chains as like, you guys act like dogs.
Yeah, they're like naked and their heads are shaved, and it's just like, did they really need? I mean, I get the point is to show how desperate the situation is and how bad it's gotten, but I was like, did they really need to have these dudes on leashes?
You gotta show how grim. Once you start going grim dark, you keep going grimmer and darker. That's the curse of grim dark.
It's very edgy. It's super edgy.
So yes. Like, oh. My question immediately was, does this guy even know what dogs are? Like,
are there any dogs?
They've only been alive for like maybe, let's say, a couple weeks at this point. So would he even know what a dog is? Let alone knowing like Rover and Fido or whatever the fuck he called them that are dog names. But once again, you're not meant to think about this. Like, right. The guy who made it didn't think about it. Why am I? Because my head's broken, but that's where my brain goes.
To be fair, maybe there was something that changed in the localization. Like, they called it, like, in Japanese, they called it, the dog's name, like, Woof, and, I don't know, like, Woof Woof or something. Like, you know, how sometimes they'll call, like, cats, like, with the nyang sound effect. Yeah. But I don't know. And maybe it just got like weirdly translated into English.
Maybe. I don't know. There's a million ways to look at it, but just I noticed it. I had the thought. But Centaur dude, not a good dog owner, turns out, because he just stomps one of them to death, right? And then he's like, whoop, he like does like almost like the invincible thing. He's like, I thought you were stronger, right? Like I didn't expect to actually kill you doing this. Whoops, my bad. Right. And Kite at this point, his Gon's like, well, I want to rush him. It's like, no, watch them die. And like, he does it from like the mercenary point of view. Cause like, he knows there's more people there. Right. And if Gon rushes in, it could be bad news for Gon. So it's tactically sound, not ruled by emotions. And I'm sure it's a lesson Gon will not take to heart eventually.
Absolutely not. But yeah, I mean, I think what Kite specifically says is there's 2 more people
like he warned,
over
like,
there.
They do a thing. It's like, oh, I can sense anybody within 45 meters, or like some explanation of his power.
Very
like,
specific.
Yeah. And somewhere along the point, they talk about like the Chimera's attitudes. And so if you're born from a shitty human, you will have a shitty attitude.
Right.
Because so Beaky, who is a beautiful, dutiful boy who loved his mommy, that's why he's like the only good soldier of the group. And everyone else, I guess these Amish people are pieces of shit because everyone else just kind of fucking sucks, right? Like,
yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's like him and like the penguin dude are maybe the only like more chill members so far.
At least
and
competent.
Right. Yes, that's fair. And
we have a mission. Let's do our mission. And everyone else is like, I want to fuck around, smoke, and do drugs. Like,
you think if you were the queen, like a really smart evolutionary tactic would be to make sure that your ants or whatever your
don't have free will.
Right, are very invested in securing your food source. So I don't know how the hell from an evolutionary standpoint why they're like this, because theoretically they probably shouldn't be.
We talked a little bit about Star Trek. I've seen enough Star Trek. The Borg are great up until you get the Borg that thinks for itself. And then when you get the Borg that thinks for itself, everything starts going wrong, right? Like the whole point they work is because the drones don't think for themselves. And then, of course, Voyager happened. Then we had to have a sexy Borg. And then the franchise fucking off a cliff after that.
We also got a sexy boob fairy
That's the one I was talking about earlier. So she's sexy, but in a weird, freaky way like the rest of them are. Versus like the other one that's just like traditionally like, this is just a sexy lady.
Yeah, the scorpion girl, like she's sexy. She's sexy.
But like the other one in this fight coming up is like Boobarella, but also really fucked up and weird. Like the rest of them are. So
not in an attractive way.
I don't know, like obviously it's an eye-catching design, right? Like, but it's just I like it when it's freaky weird versus just it's just so off that there's the one, because even the stripper bunny guy with like the fucking rock hard abs is still a weird bunny guy, right?
Right. You can tell he's like a bunny of sorts.
Yeah, versus just Pink Lady. So I don't know. But anyways, so the other ones introduce themselves, weird boob bat lady and guy with like millipede arms.
I was like, oh, he's like kind of like Goro, but way more arms.
Fucking like Turbo Goro, like, because he's got like 10 arms.
Yeah, and it's funny because at one point he's like, I'm going to take 8 of my arms, and I'm like skipping forward, but he's like, I'm going to take 8 of these arms and grab them and then punch in. Yeah, what? Yes, that's a good way of putting it. Arm man. But apparently having more arms doesn't really help him because he still fucking sucks.
No, he sucks. The bat person actually way more competent of a fighter and would have won if Killua. Oh, we'll get to it because Killua is the fight. In a way, I saw it and like, I just fucking rolled my eyes because I already knew what was going, right? Because anybody else but Killua would have got. But so they introduced these two like jabronis on the side here, and this is when Kite's kind of like, okay, I'll take Centaur dude, you guys take the other two, right? And once again, no nonsense. Says, don't hesitate, fight to kill. This isn't a training fight to make you better. This is a life or death fight, right? And I got here written down.
Guy.
Yeah, I have here written down in my notes. Gon will ignore this at some point so he can get things his way. Didn't happen here, but will happen soon. Killua at least understands the message. Because Killua does like the limiter release thing.
Right.
He's like, I gotta go back to the old me. And like does a and like assassin mode unlocked, right?
Right, exactly. He's taking it very seriously. To be fair though, I do feel like Gon, they're like his battle versus the multi-arm looking dude. I think he's taking it seriously.
He is,
because,
but like telling Gon to take the fight seriously only works so many times, I feel.
Okay.
Like it works here. The exact same message could be relayed at a later fight and it will not work again.
That's true. It depends on whatever mood his mind is
Yeah.
railroading him into, you know?
What he feels like he can get out of this.
Exactly. Right.
But yeah, so Killua does like cool like Fist of the North Star shit and like explodes ladies' arms.
I was like, I have not seen that move before.
So it's a good assassin, right? Like class unlocked or whatever. But then Bat Lady has like this weird technique where she has like a mouth stinger, which was hidden because she's wearing like a medical mask. And like he barely dodges it, but then she has like a stinger and stabs him in the back. And it's like, haha, my deadly poison's flowing through. And I'm like, oh, it's fucking poison. He's going to be immune to poison because he's an assassin, isn't he? Like, I already knew he wasn't even remotely done, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I mean, you can tell these guys are jobbers.
Yeah. Well, Gon's having a harder time with the other guy, at least, because he can't, like, one-shot. Well, he will one-shot him, but not right away.
Right. It feels more like an actual fight.
Versus exact roles reverse. Killua probably would have clowned on the other guy, too. But exact roles reverse, Gon dies there in that fight.
Yeah. No, that you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gon's fight feels to me like the vibe I was getting was kind of like Dragon Ball, because they have like,
well, because he's just standing there charging for most of it, right?
Yeah, they're just charging, and then
they
like,
do it's not graphs this time. It's not exactly like the graphs they usually do, but they have the Dragon Ball pan into my face, so it's cheaper to animate. Pan into my face, and it's like, well, if I do this and he comes at me with this way, blah, blah, and like they're just thinking out the whole fight without doing it, you know, like
it was very unnecessary. And then like there's one point where like he disappears and then like he gets a kick from the side, and I was like, oh, it's like Dragon Ball when they're doing like the teleporting moves, and then like, you know, they're doing the transmission and then there's an attack, right? I was like, oh, this is like a Dragon Ball.
To be fair, I don't know his powers fully, but like Gon has a good instant transmission move built in, because that's how Goku fights Cell. So he'd be like, or give me rock, and he like starts powering it up, and then he can go like instant transmission behind and like be behind him, then punch the guy. Because in the Cell fight, he's doing big Kamehameha and like aiming down, and Cell's like, okay, like that will kill me, but you're aiming down, you're gonna blow up the earth to do it. And he's like, if this is how I die, it's like, okay, this is not a bad way to go. Let's do it. And then last second, Goku instant transmissions below Cell and then aims upwards.
Okay.
And blows top half of him off. Because Cell, if you don't kill all of them, he always comes back, right?
Right.
This is also one of his supers in Dragon Ball FighterZ, by the way. But so cool. So I can see Gon doing something similar, like he's charging it, so he can't move, but then if he can teleport, he can punch you.
Yeah, no, interesting. A lot of like weird similarities between Gon and Goku now that I'm thinking about it. Like even him like charging up, it's very like Kamehameha.
Well, that's kind of like the trope, right? Like the action dude trope. Like, look at me do my cool move.
But like, you know, he directly said like, oh, this Meruem guy, he's inspired from Cell. So I'm sure there were more than a few points that were taken from Dragon Ball.
If you are doing fighting anime, I feel it's almost impossible on some levels not to get something from Dragon Ball. Like if you came out after Dragon Ball, like it's left its mark in the DNA. It's like a fighting game, like because we know fighting games, right? Like doesn't matter what fighting game you are, there's something a Street Fighter in there.
That's fair.
Doesn't matter if you're a platform fighter. Doesn't matter if you're a 3D fighter, right? Like there's something of Street Fighter in there.
Right. It defined the genre, right?
Yeah. So, but yeah, so we do that. Like there's no point even like Killua just gets up like, oh, by the way, lady. I'm an assassin. Should have done your homework. Poison doesn't work on me, and doesn't electricity, and you probably can't burn me, or like any status effect just doesn't work on me. So I got the power to have all the powers I want. And then he just goes like, snaps her neck. And then he busts out the Killua finger claws, and just like rips her face
sharp
off.
Nails.
So he basically like jobs her out pretty quick.
Yeah. It's meanwhile, like Kite and the horse dude, they're just like sitting back, like, well, we're just watching this fight happen.
Yeah, we're
Whatever.
just watching.
We're
watching our subordinates do their thing. Like
yeah,
we're the
pretty
boss
much.
battle. And we're doing the magic. So at this point here, the fight's sort of happening. Both fights are concurrently Gon and Kite. I don't know why I wrote this here. I wrote classic centaur versus human mismatch. I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking when I wrote that.
Classic, yeah, of course.
Classic.
I was gonna say Kite kind of has this classic badass look because, like, you know, he's got his hat over his eyes and his eyes are slightly like shaded, and then he has like long hair.
Yeah,
which is, like,
he's got like
flex.
cool dude look going on here.
Yeah.
He does the thing where like he pulls out his thing. I can't remember the name of his Nen power, but like it's the roll the dice thing, and the thing doesn't shut the fuck up. Like at the first time they brought it up, I'm like, oh, maybe it's a little quirk. But the thing talks in this like life or death situation. It's like, no, roll the dice, give me my weapon. Like, and we get the same weapon we saw before, which is number 4. So it's 1 through 9 are his potential weapons. This is his weapon in the game. So it's what I know. It's the gun, right? And it's a pretty okay gun. Like he says, oh, it's his unlucky weapon. But it does one-shot the centaur dude. So like, pretty.
I think maybe it's because I mean, I might be wrong, but maybe this is just like a translation thing because 4 is the word for death. So it's like considered an unlucky number.
Oh, okay.
So maybe that was like why they said it was unlucky in that sense. Not that it was like.
I thought it was like, well, I don't want this weapon. Everyone knows you need a spear to fight a centaur. It's the classic human centaur mismatch.
No, I agree. Like that's how it's kind of set up. But like my overanalyzing brain is kind of like, okay, maybe like in the Japanese version, they actually
could be
meant
like if it went to 13, it's like, oh, 13, shit. Like I would understand that.
Exactly.
It fits my Anglo-centric viewpoint of the world. And Hunter x Hunter didn't take that into consideration, unfortunately.
They did not. That's why you get Janken Rock.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyways, but he just shoots this guy dead. Like, this is a strong gun. Like, who knows what the other numbers even are. Like, I know in his level 3 he has a scythe. So that's one of them, I guess.
I think that's like his most iconic weapon, I think.
Yeah.
Scythe.
But yeah, so he one-shots the centaur dude. And they go back to Arm Guy, Turbo Goro versus Gon. And they bring up the thing. It's like, okay, so I have 8 arms on each side. I'm going to block his Janken Rock with 8 of my arms. And then use my other 8 arms to grab him on the side, then bite him with my poison.
I know. I'm like, dude, you might as well just have 2 arms at that point.
Yeah. It's the same logic. Like, I sacrifice 1 arm, but I'm sacrificing more arms, so it's like a multiplicative effect or something, right? But then turns out it's not Janken Rock. It's Janken Scissors. The next level has been unlocked. And just clean cuts dude in half. Like, it's not blunt damage, it's slashing damage in Dungeons and Dragons words. Which is super effective. And just clear cuts dude in half. Now, I got here something granted, okay, so they justify this right after it happens, but in the moment I was incredulous. Because the dude's now cut in half on the floor, right? And he's still talking. It's like, maybe this can work out in my favor. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're cut in half on the floor.
Yeah,
what world it is then immediately thereafter explained that these guys don't necessarily die right away, even after being cut in half. Even though Centaur guy died right away. And the other lady died right away. Which directly contradicts what they're saying, but we're not supposed to think about that. Anyways, so then he gets like a surprise attack in, and Kite saves Gon. Like, you were too overconfident that merely cutting someone in half would defeat them.
That's right. Who would have thought that cutting someone in half would kill them?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so Janken Scissor looks pretty strong. I wonder if Janken Paper is like some horrific nightmare fuel. of like, does the thing, like, we always go back to wrestling. Does the Terry Funk thing?
I was wondering if we were gonna go well, no, we talked about AEW at the beginning, but I was like, oh, I'm wondering if there's an episode we're gonna go without mentioning
There's a
wrestling
famous
reference.
Terry Funk smother. See if I can. Yeah, there we go. It's only like a still, but and AW actually did a tribute to that too. Oh my god, this is so many more images than I'm actually looking for. So this got them pulled off TV for a while. So like he took a plastic bag and just started choking him out.
Oh Jesus.
And like it's hard to see in the shot, but like there's like blood in there, so you can see like blood just going through the bag, and like it has like tight against his face and stuff. And they got pulled off TV for this because it was the 80s, and even this was too extreme for the 80s. So it's like Gon's Janken paper, like him like smothering someone to death and like a very slow, painful death. Because that paper covers rock, right? Like it goes over. Like, are we gonna have like an uncomfortable scene?
Well,
Gon's like,
if you remember in the, I think I remember this correctly. Oh my god, like I'm like we've watched so many episodes now, I don't even remember. But if you remember in the Greed Island arc, Gon was working on like he was on his hand and he was like trying to like jump using his hand,
I remember that, yeah.
like emitting from his hand.
He's like force pushing himself.
So in that part, they explain that paper is actually an emitter technique. So you're like taking a projectile essentially, and it's like throwing out a fireball. So I don't think it would be like a smother, but maybe like it would.
I've
come
seen
out
too many
like,
horror movies, right? So that's where I'm going, because like I'm like this horrific scene where like he's smothering someone and he's doing the shh, shh, shh. It's over now. It's over now. Like as they're like running out of air or something like that.
Right. Oh, that's. I mean, like this arc does go places, but you know he's our. Well, I was gonna say he's our main boy. He would never do anything.
He's our smooth brain boy. Does he not understand how that works?
I like how it's what's wrong with Gon's brain, just in the Reddit post.
Yeah. The post, funny. That picture, it says what's wrong with Gon's brain.
What are people saying? Is it
I'm scared to look because like, is it gonna be a spoiler?
Oh, okay, never mind then.
He does get hit in the head a lot. Fair. It's a gag the animator just made to make fun of his intelligence. The brain scans are not in the, oh my, so they're saying it's not canonical to the original Daizenshu?
What?
That's old Dragon Ball. Okay. It's not in Daizenshu, then it's not canon.
Is he stupid?
Gon has CTE confirmed, yeah. Whoops, sorry, technical issue there, folks. And so we go back, and the ants are arguing, but we go back to Bunny Guy, and Bunny Guy is pulling a Saiyan. He learned from his defeat, and he has unlocked the power of Nen. So, at bare minimum, he's a lot more competent than Gon and all the rest of our heroes are.
Damn.
Because he just kind of like had a rough idea, was exposed to it for less than 20 seconds, and he figured it out.
Pretty much. And I think one other thing that they mentioned right before that actually was that so outside of the bunny dude Ramet or whatever his name is, the other Chimera ants, you know, they Gon, Kite, Killua, they killed all three of them off, and the other Chimera ants are suddenly like, oh, like they died. His squadron isn't responding. Like, are they dead? And I was like, do you guys have like walkie-talkies or like instant communication? Like, how do you know that these guys are dead? Like, can you sense it? They don't.
Chimeras have a bond us humans could never understand.
That's right.
There you go. That's good enough. I don't know. They just
bond of friendship.
They can sense it. Sure. Why? I won't argue it. But so we already got like our reoccurring mid-boss villain, because he lost, swore revenge, immediately powered up. Probably going to be a lot harder to kill than anyone else up to this point.
Yeah. You know, all the villains up to this point have been kind of cool. This guy...
You don't like Stripper Bunny?
I mean, I think he's an interesting character. I think interesting is the nicest way I could put it.
He'll serve a point, because I'm sure now with Nen power, if the kids could like not even really take him out already as he was, I'm sure he's beyond them, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, and you already know who the final baddie is. Like, he's in the fighting game.
Yeah, but like
you know this
arc
guy
is like a
isn't even the
Dragon
fighting
Ball
game.
arc in terms of episodes. So that guy could be 20 episodes away for all I know.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 60. This arc is like what, 60 episodes long?
It's like basically most of the rest of the show. We just broke the halfway point. And there's a what the fuck's it called? Like a chairman election arc or something?
Yes, at the very end.
And that's like 8 episodes or something. So like the majority of the second half of the show is this arc. And like I know we have not Cell Bugman, we have not Neko arc Cat Boy Gur. We'll get canceled for that later.
Gender ambiguous.
Yeah. The Phantom Troop has to return again at some point, right? So like we're not done with them. At least I don't think we are. So like we got a lot of characters to run through.
Yeah, and a ton of Chimera Ants to run through too. Like, they are just throwing them at us at this point. Like, we don't even remember their names.
Yeah, so like, and to the show's credit, like once again, it's a lot of interesting designs. So I do like that. I'm looking forward to seeing more down the road, because I'm sure there will be more. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So we episode 82, and normally we end these in like a thematical point, but like stuff's keeping going. Like I'm sure it's gonna keep going for a while. So we'll have another slew of episodes sometime in 6 to 10 days, hopefully. So it's already longer. It's almost 2 weeks now by the time this goes up, which my apologies, but like I was literally stuck in California, then stuck in Toronto.
A lot of traveling, no worries.
But anyways, yes, so that is it with Gon With The Wind episode, whatever episode it was, I forget.
13.
But we'll be back next time on this expansive Chimera Ant journey. I've been trying to say Chimera more than Ant at this point, because they're already almost just not ants anyways. Versus Chimera has like a meaning to it of like, you know, splicey and all that, right?
Right.
And I feel like
half of them aren't like reptiles.
Yeah.
They're just animals.
But how am I going to phrase this? Yo, they were barely ants to begin with, and it's not going to go back in the other direction, I'm sure, right? So
that's fair. That's fair.
So I'm going to try to say Chimera more.
Chimera. I think that's fine. I mean, they're however you want to call it, whatever you want. This is your podcast. You can run the show.
Yeah. So until next time, we'll see more adventures of Weird Murder Genocide Arc, which big tonal shift from last time. But then again, every new arc is a big tonal shift. That chairman election arc, which is like the last couple episodes. At this point, I'm expecting like World War III is going to happen. Then that's like a couple episodes like people arguing in a boardroom or something like that. I don't know. We'll see where it goes, I guess.
I think it's another tonally very different arc.
Okay. So. We'll see it when we get there. And it's going to be a hot minute till we get there, but we're going to get there.
Oh, yeah.
Because nothing stops Going With The Wind. And God forbid if we ever got to do that, a Naruto fighting game. And we're here for like 5,000 episodes, whatever the fuck that is. Or One Piece, even worse. If it's One Piece, I'm just going to read the comic, I think. Like, it's like...
You go watch the One Piece live action?
I don't think people would... People want the One Piece to happen for me to suffer through it. It's like this 150 episodes we're doing is child play compared to One Piece.
What? I feel like we're putting... Well, okay, it is child's play compared to One Piece, but it's also a lot of work. And
it is.
So
it's like,
I can only imagine.
They want One Piece fighters, then they want me doing this podcast till One Piece Fighters 2 comes out.
Yeah.
And that's why I forbid it from happening.
I think I'm gonna take a pass on that. You might have to.
We're gonna get that Chainsaw Man fighting game, Jujutsu Kaisen fighting game.
Okay, see, I'll
We're gonna get all these other reasonable 26 episode season shows as a fighting game. Cowboy Bebop, Trigun. What's some garbage I can barely remember from the early 2000s. Wolf's Rain, Razefon. And I'll get those and never Naruto or One Piece.
Have you ever seen Arcane, actually?
I heard Arcane is going to get a fighting game.
I know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder when that's going to come out.
Exactly. So, I could rewatch Arcane. Season 2 wasn't as good as Season 1, but it wasn't bad.
I actually haven't seen it yet.
Oh, really? You will the only problem with it as a whole is Season 2 does the thing where, like, it feels like Season 2 and 3, and they just kind of squish them together.
It's a little rushed.
It's like, not even, it's just too much. Too much happens too fast. But otherwise, Arcane's actually excellent.
Okay. I mean, it is Emmy Award winning, I think, so.
It'll make you like the Jinx and the Vi at a minimum. And there's a bunch of fun little cameos for the people that couldn't get their time to shine.
Okay.
And speaking of kids getting murdered, famous League of Legends character does murder a kid in the show.
Wow, really?
And it blew my mind at the time because, like, it is a mature show, but like this is the guy who I pick and hit QWER on. They just like murked a fucking 13-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not Ari.
And that was just a weird dissonance shift moment.
Okay. I mean, they're doing stuff with the League brand right now, right? They got 2XKO. They've got the girl group.
KDA. Yeah. Like, that's been
KDA. They got the girl group. They've got, they got a lot of wheels spinning in terms of what they're doing.
They got their ducks in a row. That League of Legends thing, I think it might take off one day.
I know. Maybe someday I'll play it.
Don't.
I haven't been able to get me to do it yet.
Watch the show. Watch some of the surrounding accoutrement. Don't play League.
All right.
It angers the blood. But yeah, so that is it for myself, the Rooflemonger, and for
BABERUTHLESS.
And until next time, we will catch you later. Have a lovely day.